God, this stuff playing in the background. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 101. Yeah, it's a lot of beers, gentlemen. We're gonna start off today. I don't know how hot or cold this is. I'm rushing around today. This is some Boilo.
Rolling on the Boilo first.
You got it. So this Boilo is from. I don't know how much I can say about this because it's. I don't know how much is out there, but this is from maybe an upcoming distillery. Like I said, I tried to message them, but I didn't get a response yet. But it's Eagle Distillery. It's supposed to be a local business possibly coming in the area.
Sure.
They sent us a sample of their Boilo. So I'm really, really excited to try this.
Smells very cinnamony.
Yeah. It's a little hot. I hope it's not too bad.
I mean, it's Boilo.
Yeah. I dig that. A lot of spice.
A lot of cinnamon.
Yeah, a lot of cinnamon.
Apple pie.
Yeah.
I like the apple pie.
Apple pie with cinnamon on the finish.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I like it.
Now, I don't think we've really talked Boilo too much on the show yet, but I don't love apple pie. I think it should be its own thing.
So you don't like the different variations of
No,
Boilo?
I'm a purist. I think the traditional recipe is Boilo, and anything else is just a hot toddy of some sort. I mean, they're very good. Don't get me wrong. I've had some really good variants. It's just I'm kind of a purist when it comes to, because like my mom's like brother-in-law was like old country Lithuanian guy that like his Boilo is what like I had since I was like little.
Yeah.
That's where like I based off my own recipe that I'm working on.
I like all the variants.
Yeah.
If I had to vary, I go apple pie more than anything.
That is spot on for apple pie.
Yeah, it's very good though.
Yeah, I like it a lot as well. Man, we're way.
Like,
I'm all fucking up here. Let's put the banner up.
Compared to some apple pies, I really like this one. This one's really nice.
Yeah. If you're listening and you're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about Boilo? So this is like a school county thing for the most part.
Coal region
thing.
Yeah.
It's their traditional is whiskey.
Four Queens whiskey.
I'm
pretty sure the coal region's the only one that keeps that distillery in business.
Yeah.
You're actually the third person I heard say that in
Yeah.
a week.
Like I think that's a real thing.
Yeah. And it's the whiskey. It's and the traditional is like a kind of a citrusy one version. Right?
Yeah, it's usually like the very base is like a ginger of some sort, like ginger ale, or like I use the spicy ginger ale or golden ginger ale from A-Treat.
Yeah, A-Treat's the way to go.
Like some orange, some lemon, clove, caraway seeds, honey, and then everyone has their own little variants.
Yeah, and then there's 100 different like styles. I heard apple pie, cinnamon apple pie is like the next popular. Then it goes like, I know some people do the caramel apple. Some people make like peach.
Yeah, there's been a lot of variants that like I've had cherry and stuff, and
I've had that blueberry before.
Yeah, blueberry.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get whatever you want with it. It's just at some point, where does it still boil? It's kind of like the beers. It's like, when is it still a beer?
Yeah.
Versus when is it something else?
Then you get like a smoothie.
Yeah. So it's like, because I mean, it's essentially a hot toddy if you want to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, because a hot toddy is like lemon juice, honey, and like hot water and whiskey.
Yeah. I like I said, I love the Boilo. I hope if I get a message anytime soon, I could talk more about it. If you guys are watching, anyone from there, feel free to type it in the chat. We are live. Definitely go check out the links below to follow us, and anywhere you follow social media. Instagram is getting a little bit of a bump.
Nice.
Getting some love on the gram. I think we're up to like, I think we just hit 667. So we were 6'6" for a couple days.
Yeah.
666, and then that one person put us over. But trying to hit
Delete
that one.
them.
Yeah, trying to hit that 1K on Instagram. So if you guys use Instagram, go over and follow us on Bangin podcast. Also, we're on Twitch and YouTube. So I think we're trying to climb that 1K on YouTube, because I think once you hit 1K, I think everything else we hit the standards to be monetized.
Yeah.
So make YouTube pay us.
Cool.
So just go subscribe over there, help us out, so we can buy more beers. Yeah.
Anyone watching though, regarding Boilo. So my mom, I based my recipe off like my mom's grandmother's Boilo, which is like old school, like late 1800s, like Lithuanian.
Oh shit.
But there's one item on it called Ruthies that it's Ruth. Every time I say that, it's like spelled like Rutas. It doesn't spell like it sounds. So any Lithuanian or Polish people out there, if you can tell me where I can find that herb, please let me know.
Yeah.
So I can add that into my Boilo. My cousin calls it Lithuanian marijuana. I don't know why. I don't honestly know why, but I don't know where to find it or what the actual plant is called.
Yeah, it's like one of those like secret name, like code name type things.
Yeah, so I don't know what the actual name is. If you know it, comment let us know. Yeah. I can find it. I can throw it in my boilo.
Let Andy know where he can find Ruth.
We're gonna get Ruth Ease.
Yeah, and then like I said, episode 101, we do have new merchandise up. So if you guys want to check out that new logo, new merchandise, the banner is changing very soon. I keep forgetting if I turn, like, you don't hear me. Like, it's just hey. We got some new microphones, so hopefully
this
that
is
translates.
all because of your contribution.
Yeah, you guys help us out so we can get cool new things. We have a new board coming in, hopefully some headphones in the near future if merchandise does well. But new band. That banner here is actually is going to be hanging up in the keg stand in Monty City.
Nice.
So they were like the first guys to really show us love. So we're going to give them this banner. If you guys are interested, I will order you a banner as well for the store.
I'll see. I'll talk to them on Monday.
It would be cool if you walk into a place and they're like, "What's that big banner?" or "What's that thing?"
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, that's Bangin Beers. It's a local thing." It's cool. Like a little thing, like that's us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, 101 episodes. Today we are featuring heavily the North Brewing Company. So we're
for
really
the North.
Yeah, for the North. So we have that. We do have 3 holiday beers today. Well, technically 4. We have Pointing North, a hazy double Indian Pale Ale by New Trail. We have 2 of the Trogs. We have Troganator and Mad Elf. Not looking forward to Mad Elf. That's one of those beers I told you that when I drink, I'm like, it brings you back to that one really bad experience day.
When you didn't realize it was 11%.
Yeah. Then we have the Project Happy Holidays, which is a Sheets beer.
Collaboration with Wicked Weed Brewing.
Is that? I couldn't find it on the can.
It's Wicked Weed.
Yeah,
which
and
is owned by Bud. But
and they're North Carolina brewer, which is kind of a weird.
Yeah,
collab,
Sheets is like a PA thing, right?
But Sheets, there are Sheets in North Carolina.
Oh, there?
Yeah. That's actually the first time I've ever seen a Sheets with a beer cave was in North Carolina.
Wow.
Prior to Pennsylvania, stop being stupid about.
And then this beer is made with Sheets donuts, the glazed donuts.
Yep, they're donut holes.
Then we have the last beer, which is a summer beer, which is maybe a little bit older can, but we'll see. But this was donated by Nikolai from Truth Behind Illusion and Not Cool in High School. He's a Chris Daughtry fan, and I guess they made a Chris Daughtry beer, who's also going to be playing Hugo Strange in a Bat in the Sun production,
which is his beard hairs.
Yeah. Andy's comments on the Not Cool in High School page are hilarious. Andy Hare, not Andy Hare, Andy Header. Sorry. He was like, I fucking hate his music because he's like he's a metalhead.
I also hate his music.
Do you? It's poppy, but Aaron Bevan.
He's probably a cool guy.
Yeah.
I remember one of the funniest things was when we had the kissing booth a bunch of years ago, and Bob D was in the band. When he first shaved his head, he looked like Daughtry, so we were calling him Bob Daughtry.
Yeah.
And when we opened for Bret Michaels down at Goodfellas, and like all the middle-aged ladies were like trying to pull him off the stage at one point.
Oh,
because
shit.
he looked like Daughtry.
So the cake stand's hanging out with us, and they said they dig your Mandalorian beanie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This is the way.
This is the way. Aaron Bevan says, "What up, guys?" And he said it's called Cthulhu's. Calluthies.
Okay.
And its spelling is probably not right, but that's what they call it, he said.
Okay, cool.
And he says in the Boiler Rocks, and we have JR, who is the I think the head brewer. I hope I'm getting that right from the north. So we're gonna
sweet.
No pressure, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today we're joined by Billy again from the Craft House in Minersville. So another great place you can grab some beer. Pops had to get back to New York earlier today. We kind of kept him up kind of late. Last night was our holiday gift exchange party, which was really fun. We had a good time. We played Ask the Internet all night. We were learning a lot about each other, a lot of inappropriate questions.
Oh, yeah.
Probably some people left at my house tonight and just that Tony's a fucking weirdo. But anything new at the Craft House?
We got in all the Ralphiest variants in the little 8-ounce cans.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna see.
Well, we're gonna have to make a stop there.
They're 4 different. There's the white chocolate macadamia nut, sarsaparilla, and vanilla.
So everyone goes
And
crazy
the
about the
regular.
bourbon counties every year. The Ralphiest are fantastic. They're from Free Will, PA, and they're not big beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to pick up beer from the cake stand. I gotta watch my P's there. Hear those pops. I'm going to the cake stand on Monday to pick up the Honest Trav's beer and maybe some other stuff that's hanging out there. But yeah, so we have some cool stuff coming next week to the show. Not exactly sure what our lineup is next week, so I don't think we have like a full like.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but we have a lot to go through and get rid of. But because I know you have the lineup you brought last time, we could probably dive into too if you want to come back next Sunday.
Yeah.
We might have to start a little earlier though, because it's hard to. We can't start too late because Pops has to drive back to New York, so we'll have to figure something out there. But all right, let's get our first beer going.
Crack it.
That's what you're here for.
Well, we're going with the big boy first.
We'll go Mad Elf first. We'll go Trogs Mad Elf. Whoever wants to pull this one up first, so you can.
I'll get it.
Oh, I mean, I love this beer, but like I said, I had a bad night with it one time, and we don't get along.
How have I never actually checked Mad Elf in?
I didn't check it.
You sure you didn't do it by year? Because that's one of the ones. That's
Yeah,
also,
no, I might have.
Oh, really?
Probably.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they backdate it then. So when they add a new one, if they change the previous one that you checked, they may add a 2018 or whatever year it was.
If you type in Mad Elf, there is just Mad Elf.
Yeah.
Put an open parentheses behind it and see what comes up.
Yeah, I just put Mad Elf 2020, and the only thing that says is Mad Elf Grand Cru 2020. So
yeah, none of the year ones are popping up.
Yeah, maybe they changed that.
When do they?
So
I know I had already logged to 2020, and now it's not there.
Yeah, I wonder if they adjusted it.
They said, "Listen, we're over this."
All right, so we want to get
good
the description. So the holidays at Trogs start with our inner Mad Elf momentarily taking over the brew deck. So blame him for the cheerful ruby red creation brewed with honey, cherries, Belgian yeast, reminiscent of cinnamon, clove, and allspice. So this is what Belgian strong ale.
Mm-hmm.
It is a nice winter warmer as well, and coming in 11% ABV. So this is a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
So anyone who has ever had Mad Elf and not realized what the ABV was on it has usually had some very interesting evening.
It's a very sneaky one.
This guy right here. We got a case of it one time.
My brother had to.
And
he had like
we
two
crushed
or three
the
of them
case,
and
and we're like,
realize they were 11%.
we were like Leonardo DiCaprio when he takes the pill in Wolf on Wall Street, and we're all staring at each other like, well, I think we're gonna die. This is he said 11%. It has 144,000 check-ins. It averages a 3.83. So this is, like I said, Trogs in where are we at here? Trogs Brewing Company,
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
This is one of our big locals. Trogs is always a fantastic go-to. And they're very active on their social media too, because I notice most times I post stuff from Trogs on my Instagram, like their owners like it, like not just like the brewery, but like I have had like their owners will like it and stuff too. So they're out there checking their stuff out. So
yeah, so if you're listening, Trogs, we'd love to come hang out for a day when this whole stuff is over. Are you Bill G on tap?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tag you in this. If you do have Untappd, drop your names. We'll definitely add you guys as well. So the flavor profile, this is showing up strong, sweet, boozy, smooth, and cherry. Now they do make a barrel aged version of this because why not? The Grand Cru, it's already 11%. So let's just.
See, I thought it was a bottle aged.
Is it a bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they throw it on more cherries.
They use a different kind of cherries too. And when you get the Grand Cru, they're sour cherries, they're ballotons.
Yeah,
they're not sweet cherries.
And then they have the Wild Elf, which is the barrel aged.
That's what I had, the Wild Elf.
That's the wild fermented one. That's slightly sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have the Naked Elf.
Yeah. There's
as
a
well.
few different variants.
What's the one that the Wild Elf is the one that's in a pony bottle? It's caged and corked, right?
It's like a
yeah.
It's
That's
like
the
the
wild
16
Naked Elf. I think
it's like this.
Are they both
that
really?
odd size bottle? Like
it's like 12.7,
12.7 or 12.9
which
ounces.
is my only gripe about Trogs.
Yeah. Went to a local bar in the area when my buddy's band was playing, and I said, "What craft do you have?" Because they knew I was a craft guy, and they're like, "Oh, we have this Trogs." And I was like, "All right." So she got over, she pops the bottle, takes the cork and bottle out, hands it to me, and goes, "That'll be X amount of dollars." Like, what the fuck? And then I looked, I was like, "Oh, this makes sense." But I was like, she goes, "We can't sell it." I go, "I can see why." It's a School County bar, and they're trying to sell a like a $9, $10 bottle of beer. Yeah, so we'll start with you, Billy. What do you think of Mad Elf?
I like it. I usually every year I'll grab a 6-pack, and then that's about it. Like I know my dad will always buy a whole case of it.
A lot of people cellar
this.
this. This is a big cellared beer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people like to hold these for years.
Yeah, I have one from last year and I think the year before, so I want to bust them out at some point and do like a 3
like a comparison.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Well, yeah, I know a place you can do that. My score here, I'll keep the same, 3.5. I like it. but it's one that I have a couple of, and then I'm like, man, I want to keep my sanity today. It was a good experience, and I just move on.
I go 4 on it. I mean, I don't love Belgians to begin with, but this one I'd really like. It's a really nice winter warmer, especially once it warms up a little bit too, and you really get a lot of the more spice out of it, like the clove, the nutmeg, all that stuff really comes out, and the cherry too. Like I'm getting a lot of cherry on this one for some reason today.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of cherry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also like one of my favorite variety packs is Trogue's Winter Ones, and it always has because it's fun doing the variants too of like the chocolate elf. So it's like a half and half. It's like a black and tan with the Mad Elf, and it was the cacao.
Yeah, the cacao now. Last year it was just the chocolate stout.
But now
it's the
cacao something
stout or something.
Yeah,
we have that in the fridge.
Yeah. So, but that mixed with the Mad Elf, fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then there's a 75-25 with Mad Elf and Dreamweaver that they do too.
So it kind of gives that little like that extra cloviness and stuff from the wheat beer.
Mm-hmm. Bob, what's your score with this one?
I'm gonna be the odd man out here. I absolutely love this. Since the first one I ever had, this is perfect to me. Everyone I ever drank, I've given a 5.
Well, this is your beer here.
I'm serious. I love it. The honey and the cherries up front. It's another one where the spice is obvious, but it's blended perfectly.
Yeah.
Nothing overpowers anything else and ruins it. And again, once it starts to warm up, that distinctive from the Belgian yeast is in the background as well. And like you found out the hard way, the smooth. If you didn't know ahead of time, you would never know that this is 11% ABV. When the honey is in like that too, that's like silk.
It's a beautiful beer. So, and it's one Pennsylvania looks for, at least Eastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I absolutely love this one. It is at the tied with a couple of my all-time favorite. Beer, but,
nice.
All right. Now I am usually when we try to do stouts, we try to make sure Pops is available, but he brought these beers. So we're gonna do the first of our lineup here from the north. But he has tried all these beers, and he knew he wasn't gonna be able to make it today. Hi, there's my wife.
Sneaking by.
I forget what this one's called. Candy what? Is it candy apple
candy
or candy
apple.
Candy apple? But he did try all these. So if you want to check out his scores, you can head over to our Bangin Beers community page on Facebook and check those out and follow along and see what he says. But this is Candy Apple, the North Brewing Company, a dark ale, clocks in at 4.5 ABV. Candy Apple is our 5% caramel harvest ale. This beer hits you with a slight tartness of apple, but also a deep notes of caramel. Every adult will want this beer in their trick or treat bag. So this is a little more like a last season beer, but that's all right. We still have it. So it's good. 32 check-ins, averages a 3.51. And like I said, the North Brewing Company, give them a little shout out here. Why am I having such a hard time working? All right, so Endicott, New York. In the United States, they have made 920 total beers. They average a 3.82, so they're right on the cusp of overall it's a 4. So that's really, really good. They have 32,361 ratings. So, and they kill it. Like I said, we have 4 of their beers. We got to know them because they collaborated with Pilgrim Brewing Company on a mask on, mask off beer, which was kind of like an NWO style can. So it appeased our wrestling nerdom. And it was a chocolate peanut butter beer.
And their head brewmaster was hanging out in the chat the whole time.
He's here today too. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, Pops is in the chat.
What up, Pops?
Pops is hanging out in the chat with us. So you could type in your review when you had it too, if you want, and we'll read it. So we're really excited to, really get to know them, and we have some future collaboration projects with them coming up. We'll go up and do an episode and hang out. Really cool dudes, and been chatting with them a lot on the side. But yeah, so let's get our first one here. This is Candy Apple. The cans are still pretty cold because my fridge in the back is just like tundra. Ooh.
There's like a slight tartness to it, but the apple comes through really nice.
It does.
But it's not overpowering.
And it doesn't, maybe because it's just real, like I said, it's not super, super, super cold, but it is on the colder side. But it's insanely smooth.
Yeah. Oh, it's super easy drinking.
I'm not
getting much on the nose of it.
On the caramel either.
No, but I'm getting the apple, like it's a nice muted apple.
That's I get a little bit of caramel up front, but it's I suspect it's going to come out more as it warms.
Yeah.
And then like a sour apple.
Yeah, definitely more of a sour apple, which is good.
Like not the full Granny Smith, but what it's like a half and half.
Yeah.
Where they're like a little bit of green, but they're still red. I don't know what kind. I don't know my apples.
Granny Smiths are green.
They're always green.
Well, no, the ones that are like a red apple, but they're still like a little bit of like a hybrid where it's kind of like a green spot here and there.
That might be like more of like a Honeycrisp. Honeycrisp is my favorite. Honeycrisp are fucking amazing.
I'm excited we got this one because at first I thought we had all stouts, but this is good. All right, so my second drink I got a lot more of the caramel.
It's a very easy drinker. I'm getting now that I drank down a little bit. I'm getting a bit more of the caramel in the nose.
Yeah.
Heidi, come here quick. To me, this doesn't drink like a beer. Like there's no
like an apple cider almost.
Yeah. Try a sip of this. You're my official.
It's like there's almost no.
She hates all alcohol, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting a good carbon.
No. Is it as strong as it normally is? Okay. Well, like it's more like a cidery then. All right.
She doesn't like beer anyway.
Yeah, she hates beer, but she did not make a faces like she normally does. Normally she's like she's possessed by the devil.
The nice tart apple. I'm not getting a super amount of sweetness like I would think for a candy apple, but it's super easy to drink.
Yeah,
it's very smooth. It's very clean too.
Yeah.
Like there's no like. Sometimes you get those like any like apple related or even ciders that are like sticky in your mouth.
Yeah,
and there's a very light mouth. The mouthfeel. It's very easy drinking.
It's like the tart sour, but it's not something that would. Like usually, like some of these, I would score, and then I'd be like, a taster would be fine. Like if I went and got a sample of it, that'd be cool. But I'd be okay drinking a full can or.
I could do a 4-pack of this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, this is something you can. If you buy the 4-pack, you're not upset about it.
No, not at all. I dig it.
Yeah. Who wants to go first with the scoring?
I'll go. I give it 3.75.
I'm right there with you.
It's tasty. I like so. Ciders are all right. I don't mind them. They get into my like sweetness spot where like it's too sweet sometimes.
Yeah.
But this is a nice like clean apple, not overpowering, but very nice, very crushable.
Yeah. Pops agreed. He said same here. Mid sour apple, didn't pick up a lot of the caramel, and yes, very easy drinker, almost a ciderish. Yeah. And he gave candy apple a 3.5. All right.
I gave it a 3.7.
He's flexing that supporter, but Madge right there.
That's pretty much on par with what Andy said. Nothing bad at all to say about this.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever having this badge before, but it is.
Level 2.
Yeah, it is. Bob's like fucking amateur, but it is the dark side. It is the freaking Empire symbol with beer bottles that have lightsabers coming out of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this tattooed on my
a beer bottle lightsaber.
Fuck yeah!
Imagine hitting the wrong button while you're drinking it and cut your face off. Bob, did you score this?
Yeah, 3.7.
Oh, 3.7. Billy,
I gave it a 4.25.
Oh shit!
I like most fall beers, an apple, and it's a little tart. And I'm
this
more
is
fond of the
great
sours
fall beer.
It is nice to get a fall beer that's not like a pumpkin.
Or
I would drink this
like
over any pumpkin
spiced
beer on the market.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm not looking forward to the next fall after last month. We had so many pumpkin. We're definitely not doing that again next year. It was way too much.
Well, do it the other way around and start maybe 2 weeks earlier and just have one on every show.
That's what we're doing. One on every show. Yeah, we're not making a competition out of this. Like, what's the best fall beer? That was way too
Stoker's.
much. Yeah, Stoker's is up there.
Still my number one.
Yep. All right, let's get this one out of the way. We have another one here. So this is Pointing North Hazy Double IPA from New Trail Brewing Company.
This is a collaboration with Levante.
Okay.
As well as Dippa. I think it's a Dippa.
Yeah,
it's a Dippa.
Yeah.
This one had me nervous because it's in my cold fridge, and it was the can got a little squishy because it was so cold. You want to get this one ready, Bob? The candy apple's good.
Yeah, I really like that. I think Rich would really dig this one too.
All right.
And JR, the guy who made it, said he also would go 3.5 for him on that one. I like that. That's realistic. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people make their own beer and they're like fives. You know what I mean? It's like,
what's the weirdest thing? So like, I've made a few of my own brews. I can't remember. Did you ever have any of them, Billy? I don't remember.
I think and I have.
Did you have Mojito?
The 1 year? No, but the one year we made the the pumpkin stout.
Oh yeah, that was
for the hayride.
That's right. Yeah, we made we did a when I first started brewing, I just did some of the extract kits, but I got one that was like a half grain, half extract, and I couldn't find the right extra grain that I needed for it, so I used like a dark malt, and it was like this weird pumpkin stout bastard, and it was actually really good because we like brewed it with like organic pumpkin and shit in it. It was actually came out really good.
This is the first New Trail I've had in a long time, and I caught a smell of it, and it's like, oh, how I missed you, New Trail. That nice hazy cat pea smell.
So this one's a little older because we've had it for a few weeks, but this is a phenomenal beer off the bat. I'm just gonna straight up say it.
Yeah, I've had this one before too.
Yeah, I went 3-4 packs of this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And, I mean, you can't. So what I love about New Trail and anything they do is their price point. So their beers, basically it's like a regular IPA is like let's say $12.
I think Broken Heels is like 10 and change plus tax.
But like the hazies,
4-pack,
like 4-pack is like a single IPA is like what, $12?
Like 12 and
14
change,
for a double, 16 for a triple.
Yeah.
And like when you look at, because like we see like on some other beer groups on Facebook and stuff, people like hating on New Trail probably because they just keep pumping shit out, and just that's the cool.
And
thing.
they make a lot of hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
So we did an
good thing to
episode
do.
with Header, and we made him drink beers, and he hates beer.
Yes.
But the whole objective for him in that episode, because he's not going to like any of them. The only thing we wanted to do for him is we gave him like 5 or 6 different New Trails,
just to prove that they all taste different.
And they all had a different. He said he goes, I don't like any of them, but they all tasted differently.
Yeah,
like they weren't like this, like they weren't even close to the same, and they were all different hazy IPAs. So like that was our objective, was to get a complete beer hater on the show, and just to prove to people that they're not the same beer. Because a lot of people are like, oh, they just changed the label.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
my thing with like, so New Trail, like their price is right. Their beers are fantastic. Like if you look at like Tired Hands, like everyone jerks Tired Hands off. And don't get me wrong, Tired Hands, if you ever happen to watch this, I love Tired Hands.
Yeah, they make great beer.
But $20-some a 4-pack, $20 a 4-pack, over $15 a 4-pack for a hazy IPA. I mean,
yeah,
it's just not, and especially having to drive to Ardmore and shit.
Well, you know, to be honest, part of that might be like, look where Tired Hands is, and look where New Trail.
Yeah, exactly. Williamsport versus Ardmore, which is super ritzy. Bryn Mawr, close to like Villanova, all that shit. So,
well, that's the big thing right now. Like with the Travis beer, a lot of some people in the chat are like, "How much for?" And it's like I think it's 16 for a 6-pack or something like that. And people
probably
are
4-pack.
Yeah,
a 4-pack, and they're losing their shit. Like that's too expensive.
What kind of beer is it?
It's an ale.
Yeah, it's like a wheat ale.
Ale.
Yeah, $16 is a little much for that.
With orange,
especially from Saucony Creek.
I think
and an internet and a Facebook celebrity. No offense, Trav.
Yeah,
orange and coriander. I think, and it's what 4.62%.
Yeah, 4.62. Yeah, but I don't mind it. Like, you know what I mean? Like as a craft beer, I'll drink it. I'll buy it to drink. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't bother me. But you know, you get those people who want to get quantity over quality, and they want to go buy for $20. They can get a case of something. You know what I mean? It's just like it's two different styles of beer. But yeah, we have.
Yeah, I mean, if you're normal to go is Lion's Head, and then you're mad about a $16 4-pack, then yeah.
I mean, it is up there.
You're not in the market.
It is up there, but who knows what you know? Because I know Trav does a lot of things where he, like, say if they give him a cut of it, he'll probably take it and put it.
I mean, that'd be cool. Yeah. But like once you cross that $15, like the Broken Skull IPA, the Stone Cold one,
that's a little expensive.
15. That should be a $10 4-pack.
Yeah.
Like El Segundo is a very major brewery,
and they're from Texas,
but they're brewing in Virginia now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why it's in our area.
Good.
So they have a brewery in Virginia now, but
I'll buy it every time though.
$15 for Broken Skull IPA is not worth it.
Yeah,
like it should be a $10 4-pack.
Yeah. The Beer You Are guys are hanging out with us on Twitch.
Yo, what up, guys?
Steve will be joining us next week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he'll be coming hanging out. So maybe we'll have Steve on next week, and we'll hang out with the Beer You Are guys. So, yeah, what do we got going on?
Bob, what do we got?
We said $16 for an ale is pricey, and some places are selling the Travis for $10 to $12 a 4-pack. All right, that's good to know. I was gonna buy the case at the. I wanted to get a case of it at the.
I feel like that's off. It might be someone trying to bank on shit because you'll have that too.
Yeah.
Because what beer did I just see recently that was overpriced at one? Oh, this actually on the Breweries and PA group, people were showing this 17, 18 bucks a 4-pack in like the Philly area.
Yeah.
This was what, 13 bucks at the craft house? 13.67.
67.
It was like $14.
Yeah. I was gonna buy the case of it, but then I found out the cake stand's only getting one case. I've been telling people it's gonna be available there, so I didn't want to like snatch everything off everybody. So I'm just going to 2 4s. But
all right, Bob, what do we got on Pointing North?
All right, Pointing North, New Trail Brewing from Williamsport, PA. It is a double New England, 9% ABV. Pointing North is a hazy double IPA brewed in collaboration with our dear friends at Levante Brewing Company, brewed with a mixture of oat malts and Franco-Belgier wheat, directionally hopped with Citra, Strata, Centennial, and Chinook. Expect huge citrus notes backed with light tropicals and pine. Orient yourself and enjoy the direction.
All right. JR did say hops are a bit expensive. Anytime you get an IPA that you get and you want to get a good hop flavor, it's going to creep up in price.
That's fine, but $20+
like I understand.
If it says Galaxy, I'll buy it.
Like I understand.
Like just the fact that this here was what, $14?
Yeah.
Like,
but also it's only coming from like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of freight cost if you really think about it.
I'm more comparing between like the tired hands in this.
Yeah. See,
even a single cut. They put out a lot of good beers, but they're also like all dependent.
Yeah, they're horribly overpriced
20,
too. Yeah, like single cut, and they're shelfies. They're not even they're fairly mass produced to be able to find them.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like we're just talking as a consumer. We don't know what it goes into it. So there's maybe some behind red tape that we don't know about because everyone has crazy laws and rules and stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe it costs more to do this or that. So I mean, like we're just speaking as a consumer. So that's a great thing when we meet breweries and businesses and stuff. And
I love to understand certain costs and stuff. But just like let's say, I guarantee if Tired Hands put this same one out, it would be about $20 a 4-pack.
That's one of the things where I think, like again, where I brought up, like I'm sure that their locations play a part in that too.
If you're in a more ritzy area, you're going to charge people more.
If they're in identical facilities, Tired Hands is paying 10 times what these guys are for rent if they don't own the place outright.
Yeah. So he says Galaxy, Citra, etc. costs usually about $30 to $40 a pound, and if you're putting 4 to 5 pounds in hops per barrel, so it can definitely shoot up.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's the haze craze what makes it so expensive. Yeah, I like the haze. Like I said, New Trail does it very well. I'm not sure, JR, if you ever had a New Trail beer. When we come up to New York, make like a laundry list of breweries in PA you want to try, and we'll bring them up for you. We'll bring up anything you want to give a shot. But they do make a lot of haze. Like I said, they do find a way to make it different each time.
Yeah,
this one's like this one's like a super creamy, like a citrusy.
Yeah, it hits every single note that they say. The tropical back end, the citrusy like mouth, the clean mouth or creamy mouthfeel. This was
because of the oats. Yeah, absolutely.
That oats. Yeah,
4.25 for me on this one.
I want 4.5.
Yeah, I'm a 4.5.
I'm sticking on 4.5 on it.
That's the second time I've had it. I gave it a 4 the first time. I'm going to stay there today. But yeah, this is absolutely nothing bad to say about this whatsoever.
Yeah,
and also it doesn't really taste the 9%.
Like, no, that's one dangerous thing too. I cranked through like 3 one night. I'm like, what the? What did I do?
It's like this and Nimble Giant.
Yeah,
both like that 9%, but it doesn't taste 9%.
Yeah, like I was sitting playing a video game and I went through like 3 of them. Like, ooh, my accuracy greatly decreased when I was playing Black Ops.
I sometimes get better when I play. It's weird.
I get more vocal.
You gotta have a couple of beers and get in my driving simulating chair. Play Forza. That's a great time. All right, let's get you want to pull up the sweet cherry pie?
Sweet, is this the North?
Yep, the North. This is a creamy milk sugar cream ale, sweet cherry pie.
Oh, a cream ale. We don't get a lot of those.
Yeah. That's the New Yorkers they like their cream ales or
Jenny's.
Jenny's and nothing wrong with a Jenny either. Jenny did a really cool collaboration with Other Half, the hop ale or hop cream ale or whatever. It was amazing. I got to try it. We went to New York and hung out with the It's Just Beer podcast.
I like their black top cans.
I do too. Yeah. Actually, let me see a can real quick. I think the date is right there. I could be wrong though. I like the logo. When I buy a T-shirt off them, I want the. All right, don't judge me. I for some reason I like devil looking logos and stuff like that. I'm sorry, Bob. full disclosure, I don't believe in any religion, so the devil means nothing to me. But I like that it's like the boogeyman, because I like horror movies. So like the dude with the devil horns is right up my alley. I love that logo. I'll be buying if that's on a T-shirt. I want one.
Cheese, man, cherry pie.
Jenny Cream Ale was your first beer? Goddamn right it was.
They're the ones we used to steal out of my friend's dad's fridge when we were in high school.
I had a Jenny Cream Ale. Last time I had was a tall boy can. The day my aunt passed, me and my cousin were sitting in his room, and he's like, it was like 9:30 in the morning. We're like, this is a terrible day. And he's like, yes, it is. And I was like, got any more of those Jennies? He's like, sure do.
Crank them out.
We just started hammering them at 9:30.
All right, so what do we got here? We have sweet cherry pies are 7.5% cream ale. Holy shit.
That's up there for a cream ale.
For a cream ale, that is up there. It is fermented on cherries, cherry pies, and is sweet, smooth, and creamy.
That's our second cherry beer today.
Cherry's a good addition to beers a lot.
You don't get it very often.
Like, is there lactose in this?
Yes, I believe so. I think it said there was on the can. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was thinking of something else.
Yeah,
it's a milk stout, so there's got to be lactose. Or milk, milkshake. Or something ale. It says at the bottom. I thought I saw milk.
Oh, yeah, milk sugar. Yep.
Yeah, milk sugar.
He said Tired Hands changes so much because people are nuts and still pay for it, but their beer is solid, so can't hate.
I don't hate.
If they can get what they can get, I guess.
That's just capitalism 101. If people are paying for it, then keep doing it. I'm just saying in my own personal life that I would take this over that because of that price.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously price does play a point, especially where we are. We're not a very ritzy coal region area, so sometimes you're like, I can't swing for that one tonight. You know?
There's like Billy mentioned, the single cut stuff. Like the single cut stuff is decent. Like some of them are really good, some of them are just kind of eh. But it sucks when you get like a $20 4-pack that's just kind of eh.
Yeah, it's like middling.
Yeah,
like it's good, but in your head you're like, it's not $20 good. Like if it were 12, it
I think there was
better.
Workers Are Going Home. I got and I'm like, I think it was like $18 for the 4-pack, and I'm like, Weezer reference, cool.
Yeah,
and then I'm like,
the only
like
time,
it wasn't bad, but like
the only time we were really
much for it.
The only time we were really hard in a brewery was Omnipolo.
Oh, fuck Omnipolo.
And I won't go that far, but
until they win me back over.
Yeah, I just remember.
Sorry, Omnipolo.
I just remember how much Ben spent. He spent he told us how much, and I got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then
how bad it was.
Yeah, and then at first I was trying to be like, oh, these beers are really good, because I didn't want to like upset him because he spent so much money.
Oh, shit.
And we got like the third or fourth beer, and I said, Ben, I can't do this no more. These are not worth the price you paid. Like they were not that good, and we kind of went a little hard in the paint on that one. But I
think that was our only really negative show, because usually, like, even if if it's not our style or something, we don't usually shit on anyone.
No,
but like that one was.
See, one of the things with them too is, I think that going back to the price thing, they tend to be a little pricier, and people the average person tends to pass on them. And a lot of times when you're getting their stuff, it's past its prime.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That was one thing that we complained about on that show. Were you on that show, Mom?
No, that was before. That was
prior to
you. Yeah, we said there's no label.
Yeah, they had no dates on any of the cans,
so we didn't know how long they sat in the shelf.
Because actually that is one of the ones where like I'm weird about that. Where with that particular brewery, and I'll look for dust on their cans before I pick them up. Actually,
yeah. But even like I had the first one I ever had from them was Nebuchadnezzar. They're like, "Oh, you got to try this; it's so good." And I got them like,
yeah,
like, it's all right.
That's even I think New Trail until recently wasn't marking their cans, but I think now they put a little sticker on.
Yeah,
top
that's
of
one
the
thing that's
annoying.
Like breweries, mark your cans, please.
I think there's a little white thing.
And also don't use the date code thing. Because
like I want to see like 10, 21, 20.
There is a white marking on them, but I just don't know what that is.
That could just be the can.
Yeah.
Maybe dude can clue us in.
I don't know. There's a 4 on the bottom.
Yeah. So
yeah, we don't need codes. I want dates.
Like the 36207 whatever.
Yeah, because there's a lot of ones I will pass. Like I don't want your Excel code for that date.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, and it's not. For like, it may seem like, oh, well, they're asking for everything, but the only thing we do it is because we rely very heavily on distribution, and not some distributors. Not saying anyone that we work with, but there's some distributors that are just like, they have so much beer.
Yeah.
And some of it sits and sits
absolutely.
and sits.
There are plenty of places that just like, I don't
sits.
care if it's been on the shelf for 2 years.
Yeah, as long as it sells, it makes me $1.
Even now, we're getting stuff in from Great Notion out in Oregon, so it has to come across the whole country.
Yeah.
So until it gets across through the whole network and then gets to us, like, how old is it?
Yeah.
So if it's an IPA, then it's a big, it's a larger
and
deal.
Like, I mean, it doesn't matter with
versus
a lot of beers outside
like a
of
stout
IPAs.
or a porter or
like
anything like
lagers,
that.
stouts, porters, ale. Like when we get the IPAs, those were really
like if we're able to drive to the brewery and pick it up that day, we're good. But we have to rely very heavily.
But then again, like a bunch of the mass market beers, like and then even to like bring it closer to home, like I can put a Yingling lager in the back of the fridge and forget about it and find it like 19 months later.
Yeah,
that's going to be a drinkable beer when I open it up.
So he's saying,
but
we actually don't have a date in the can because we do self distro, and it usually only sits around for a week or two at the tap house. The oldest beer that you guys have there is the Candy Apple beer from us.
No,
so that's good. So yeah, that's the thing too. That like so if some places don't have the distribution, so they don't have to worry about that. So that helps.
And that's fine.
Yeah. But if you're at a point where I feel like you're an Omni Polo or a Trogs or something, and you get to that point where you are a distro or Yingling,
Trogs has the full Monty on the bottom of the can.
But just to go back to that, where we go back to the Candy Apple there.
Yeah,
like
that's a bit that could sit though too.
Yeah,
no, but I mean, you're more than likely to get your 4-pack at the brewery for something like that than you are something around here.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you. How long ago did you guys can this? They'll be able to tell you right on the spot.
Yeah. I would love if we were able to get their stuff all the way down here, but I don't know how wide they reach.
Yeah. Well, here's a local distributor guy here that wants your beers. So we need to work on some stuff. So yeah, Sweet Cherry Pie, the North Brewing Company cream ale. I'll tell you what. I know you guys give the Trogs a high regard, but after having a couple of hits of this, I'm digging it. It's not as boozy for me, but it's nice and it's nice. Well, sweet cherry pies are 7.5 cream ale. It was fermented on sweet cherry pies, and it's sweet, smooth, and creamy.
So, did you guys actually crush up cherry pies and throw them in?
I'm thinking, are the cherry like the canned cherries, like the
or is like cherry pie filling, or what? How'd you guys do this?
Yeah, 30 check-ins.
Well, if it is
with the cherry pies,
if it's actually you threw cherry pies into the vat, that's fucking awesome.
When you do your collab, get some tasty cake pies and smash them up and
so 30 check-ins, a 3.84, 5 friends checked in at a 3.9. I'll go my score off the bat. This is a 4.25 for me. I really like this. This is probably the most flavor of cherry I've ever had in a beer, and I really like it. I like it a lot.
I'm actually going to edit. I'm going to agree with Tony. This is a fantastic dessert beer.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Yeah.
Like it is smooth. Like 7.5 is high too for this, and it does not drink like it.
Mm-mm.
It tastes like cherry pie.
That creaminess just takes the bite out of it.
This is a fantastic beer. Like this is like a pinnacle like dessert beer. Like I would definitely keep this on hand after like a big dinner.
He said he has a picture. You can send us the picture. If you want to send us the picture, we'll talk about what the picture is and we'll post it on the Instagram if you want. You can just send it to me. Oh, I just got a cream of the crop rise at the top.
I got one too. I'm level 6.
Yeah, baby. I'm a big Macho Man fan. The cream always rises to the top. Yeah, that's fantastic. What did you score this one? You said
I went up to 4.25 with you,
Bob.
Solid brew. I give it a 4. Again, nothing bad to say whatsoever. Solid cherry, super smooth.
I love that
creamy.
cream ale.
That
was a good move making it a cream ale. Yeah.
No, like, cream ale doesn't get as love as it should.
It should get more. That's a New York thing for them. You know what I mean?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Again, another one I cannot say anything bad about.
Billy.
I also gave it a 4.25, and I liked it. And I'm usually not a big cream ale person. Mm-hmm. Like they're good, but I'm not like after them all the time, like a lager or pilsner. Or
I got swayed
something like that. But
going up to upstate New York and having a couple of them. I kind of like the cream ales. I'm into it. I think Sam Adams was the first to mass-produce cherry-style beer, and it sucked.
Oh, cherry!
Right. Yeah, the cherry. I remember the old days of getting that and thinking we were paying a lot.
Yeah. Well, dude, cherry wheat was one of those first like going back to drinking now. I'm like, it's all right. But like back when that first came out, like, wait, cherries in this beer?
Yeah.
Because like that was before the craft boom really hit.
Yeah, I think my first craft beer I had was a Blueberry by Trogs, and that's the story I told a few times where I was a fresh 21, 22-year-old kid, and we went to a hockey game. My dad was standing next to some guy in a suit, and I just walked up in the VIP box and up to my dad. And he's like, "What are you drinking?" I said, "Yingling." He's like, "Why don't you try your dad's beer?" And I took a swig. I'm like, "Oh, it's fucking terrible." And the guy's like, "Hi, I'm such and such, and I'm one of the main guys at Trogs." I was like, "Your beer needs work," and I walked away. And I wasn't a craft beer drinker at the time. And then I kind of got converted, and I was like, I fucked up because I love Trogs beer now. But it was like a Blueberry one.
So cherry wheat was close, but I think my first actual craft beer was Rogue Dead Guy Ale. I'm pretty sure I got Hucklebucks in Pottsville.
I have a can of it in the
like right when like more craft beer started coming out. That is awesome. They literally just chuck cherry pies into the brewery.
You can see
that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, so they threw cherry pies into the mash and then threw more cherry filling into the fermenter.
Yeah, dude, that is amazing.
It shows it's a great beer.
Well done, gentlemen.
That's going to be a tough hit. I mean, between that and the New Trail, they're definitely on my list for one and two right now.
Yeah.
All right. Andy, you're up.
What we got next?
Let's do your holy days.
Holy days.
Let's get holy. Holy moly donut shop.
Who's reading this one? I think it's on you, Bob.
The only one I'm nervous about, I'm not gonna lie, is the coconut. I'm not a coconut guy.
I'm not. Things I've had that have had coconut, normally it comes out when it's like warmer. Yeah. So I think hopefully we'll be safe.
Yeah. It's getting there.
All right. Project Happy Holy Days. Blonde Ale from Wicked Weed Brewing, 6% ABV.
Of course, my dad texted me that right now. He said it's 2015 Seattle, Washington Drive, and went 7 minutes to go. If Washington wins, I'll cry.
I almost cried last night.
With who?
The Bills.
Oh, the Bills.
Yeah, winning the first
time. You're a Bills fan.
Yeah.
They'll love you. You're a big Bills guy.
Yeah, since I was 9 years old the last time that they
I wish
won
I
the
liked the
division.
I wish I liked the Bills because every time my dad puts out so many Bills things because they're from Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't just
what if you buy them for me and live vicariously through me wearing it?
Yeah. Although I fucking love the Bills Mafia.
Yeah, they were last
amazing.
night. They were apparently throwing themselves through tables that were on fire.
That's awesome.
So I can only imagine if we make it to
Bob, that's
Super
Bob's
Bowl,
division rival. He's a Dolphins guy.
Dolphins guy.
Yeah. Another thing with the Bills, they have to be crazy.
Dude, last year they brought Bills Mafia to Texas. We so thought the Bills were making it to the Super Bowl.
So, a bunch of kids in South Africa think they're the best team of all time.
Yeah, right?
At one point in time. All those
well,
T-shirts
from like 94 and 95 at least.
Yeah. They get all these Bills Super Bowl T-shirts.
All right, what we got, Bob?
All right, Project Happy Whole Days. The 6% ABV blonde ale from Wicked Weed Brewing out of Asheville, North Carolina. Brewed with Sheets Vanilla Donut Holes, this collaboration is a deep golden pale ale with notes of fresh baked donuts, vanilla frosting, graham crackers, honey, and malted barley. Flavor profile is sweet, vanilla, light, smooth, and subtle.
6%, 1,893 check-ins. It averages a 3.59.
This is an $8 4-pack too.
Really?
That's not. I was looking at it the other day to pick up, but
they don't have. Did I have it on our sheets?
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
There.
Finally.
Yeah.
What's that? No, I didn't pour it.
All right.
And in any case, if anyone was confused on the collaboration there, that is a collaboration between the brewery and
Sheets
for the
itself.
donuts.
Yeah. And sold exclusively
and
at Sheets.
I think they had a couple other
I had that
before too.
Their other
hot dog water.
I think there's a few of them. They had a hot dog
the hot dog
IPA with Neshiminy Creek. That it was a West Coast IPA brewed with Sheets hot dogs. So I had that one. I did not get the hot dogs. It was a solid West Coast IPA.
I'm not entirely sure.
I took a sip of this and I don't know how I feel about it.
I would want the hot dogs.
All right. So
what the fuck is happening in my mouth?
I know, right?
Tastes like a powdered fucking donut.
Yeah, it does.
Or a funnel cake.
I think I get like regular beer. And
Tip that down a little bit.
I get like regular beer and then a frosted donut, like a glazed
you gotta
donut.
tighten the screw on the
screws there quick.
There you go.
So it's
Like
like
screws are coming loose.
it's like a regular run of the mill, nothing fancy beer, and then I get like glazed donut on the.
I
finish.
100% get glazed donut.
Yeah.
I get powdered donut or funnel cake.
Yeah.
You can taste the frosting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pops, did you crack this yet?
I think he left it in the fridge. It's sitting in my fridge still.
I gave you one too.
Yeah, but he put his on the door.
I watched him pull it out.
Did he?
Yeah, well, that's when he left.
I thought I had an extra one.
No, I gave you one and one for the show.
Okay. I thought there was 3 on the door. If he took it, I don't even know if he's still in here. He might be watching the end of the game. Hey, Jen, what's going on? Cute name sell such bullshit. Mark, I love Mark. Mark cracks me up.
What did it say?
Mark, he's the one with the funny zingers all the time. He knows us through the It's Just Beer guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So,
I don't.
yeah, like,
All right, I'm not gonna. All right, I will say this: would I be able to drink a full pint of this? 100% not.
no, it that was rough.
This is a sample. This is you buy this, you share it with your friends, and have a good chuckle. But for what they try to do, right? So if I'm scoring this as a taster and I'm tasting it for what they tried to make, I'm gonna give it a decent score. But for me personally, to keep drinking this, I would not be able to do it. So I will give them a 3.25 just on basically what they were attempting and they hit. But when it comes to if I'm into it or would I have more of it or seek it out, 100% not. It was like a one and done for me. I experienced it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gave it a 3. It tastes like a powdered donut. I mean,
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it's cool that someone like Sheetz is doing beer collabs.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Keep
I
doing
think
that.
Wawa
like,
is too, aren't they?
They are. They are.
yeah,
We just
there's
don't
a
have any
coffee
in our
one,
area
yeah.
because we're above the Wawa line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The closest one to us is Hamburg, and to my knowledge, they don't actually sell.
I'm going to be controversial in the Schuylkill County area. Wawa is way better than Sheetz.
I'm 100% with you.
So Sheetz food is. I mean, it's good. Like the MTOs are fine. Their grab and go fucking sucks. Like if I'm just like on the road and I need to grab a
Sheetz food?
sandwich or something.
Like Sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheets like burgers and stuff are
I never
disgusting.
eat burgers there. But
See, the only thing I've ever had from them is breakfast stuff.
Yeah.
So, and Wawa kills that.
Yeah,
Actually, here's my gripe about Wawa. Their sandwiches that are available in the warmer in the morning are not on their MTO menu.
Yeah.
Like the Sizzlies, like the fucking, it's like a sausage, egg, and cheese, like with pancake buns. Like I want that all the time.
When I worked in Hamburg, I went to Wawa 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I was there in the morning, I was there on lunch, and I was there on my way home.
But like, so
that's now my last job. So we're going back over 10 years. But I used to work in Leesport, and the Sheetz opened up in Shoemakersville first, and then the one in Leesport. And I was leaving the house at like 3:30 in the morning and stuff, and I don't think I ever ate anything that wasn't a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Dude, when Sheetz first opened in Pottsville when I was in high school, like it was like their breakfast sandwiches were amazing. It was like the schmuffins, like 2 for like $3.
Now I get the breakfast burritos.
All the breakfast burritos are amazing with the
they're like,
habanero
like
dip.
huge as my head.
Yeah, and the
like
habanero dipping
He
sauce.
said my wife says you have to have a Sheets pretzel. I don't know if I had
The pretzel or the pretzel melt.
I'm not
Or the
sure.
pretzel
Shretzel.
melts are fantastic.
Or are they called a Shretzel?
Yeah. The only thing I ever get from them is the mac and cheese bites.
I do buffalo chicken sub and jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, me and Fulham will get hammered and go get food from Sheets,
But-
and every time like I eat the next day, I was like, "What the fuck?"
The reason I think Wawa is way superior to Sheetz is their grab and go stuff. So like you go to a Wawa and you're hungry and you want to grab something on the road, they have the awesome like all these wraps and shit you can buy off their like deli like section there. Like their chicken Caesar wrap is fucking awesome, and like all like they have a buffalo one and
And it seems like fresher too.
yeah, that or like
Like-
they have the warmers with like their buffalo chicken bites or like their stuffed pretzels.
Yep.
Like Wawa just kills it on the grab and go. Their made to order stuff's really good.
And their
too.
muffins are good too.
Yeah, their made to order
Yeah.
stuff's really good too. But like it's just
it's so weird to drink this.
Sheetz doesn't have that. Like you go to Sheetz and like I need something quick on the road, and it's like this shitty like half sandwich thing.
It's like you have to plan ahead and order on
See,
on
I
the
don't
app
know,
when you're going to be
and
nearby.
again, it's been a long time since I've had anything from either a Sheetz or a Wawa. But
Yeah.
I always used to get like a double sausage patty on English muffins, like hot pepper cheese.
Yeah. Dude, their sheets made to order is awesome. Like their subs are good. Like all their sandwiches are really good. But like I said, just that grab and go is what sucks. Because like when you walk into Sheets and you see 30 fucking 12-year-olds there, and you're like, well, this is gonna take 2 hours. There's no other options. Like I gotta leave.
Yeah.
Whereas Wawa, if I go in and those 30, 12-year-olds are there.
At Wawa, it's all workers getting coffee in the morning and then they're on their way.
Yeah,
so
but like if I walk into Wawa, yeah, but if Wawa was where Sheets is in Hospital, all those 12-year-olds are there.
He said you guys are really into fine dining. Off topic beer, please. So that was your gas station segment.
Well, someone posted on the Trav's Dive Bar. It was like, what top like Wawa versus Sheets versus Royal Farms versus
I can care
Rudders.
less. It doesn't matter to me.
Wawa, Sheets, Rudders, Royal Farms. Royal Farms fucking sucks.
I walk in, I buy a Snapple and a bag of Swedish fish and walk out.
When I rolled down to like Virginia Beach this year, like I'm like, what the fuck is Royal Farms? It's like
I'm a
microwave
guy.
fried chicken.
I'll say that another thing of it is now is like that's my average breakfast these days.
Ooh, the avocado, nice.
Now, real quick, just going back to the cherry
wonderful
thing. We had that stout from Mellow Mink, that chocolate cherry stout. Were you here for that one? The one that tasted like the chocolate covered cherries. You were there for that.
Yeah, I was here for that. Yeah,
that would be a cool one for the North to try. What are those chocolate cherry calls? The
cherry cordials.
Yeah.
I was there for that. That tastes like a cherry goddamn cordial.
It was fucking unbelievable. That'd be a cool one for them, like a Valentine's Day beer for them to try. Those cherry maracchinos. They were that beer from Mellow Mink was unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this one down. Let's get this coconut out of the way here. Who wants to read this one?
But Sheets, what you were doing, this tastes like a donut hole or like a powdered donut hole or a fucking funnel cake.
Going for rolling papers, and that's about it. Mark, please come to every live stream. You're fucking amazing. Good, because you guys are really into fine dining. Oh my god! Next time I come to New York, you better be at Dan's house. I'm gonna hug you.
Ooh, that's a thicky boy.
All right, I'm nervous about this one because I'm not into coconut at all.
Yeah, I'm not either.
And coming off that last beer, I need something. I need something here.
All right. So I also don't love coconut.
You went with a big boy pour too. You went for it.
There's only 4 of us.
Yeah, I went real light. I went real light.
Because it's a stout and you're not that.
So the smell is good though. I like the smell of it.
So here's the thing about coconut. I like coconut in small amounts. When coconut overpowers everything is when I get mad.
Who's vibrating?
Coconut. That was me on my chair.
Jeez,
so I apologize.
You're killing it.
Never mind.
See, and that's another thing too. There's coconut and there's roasted coconut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I like the smell of coconut. The taste isn't bad, but it's more like the texture if I'm eating something that has it like on it.
Coconut does not overpower this, I'll say that.
So this one is a 13% stout.
I was going to say, I'm like, this is fucking thick.
So my dad does not like coconut. He gave this a 4.25.
Ooh. When I poured this, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So this is a 13% Russian Imperial Stout. It was fermented in coconuts. This beer is thick, sweet, and warming. Comparable to the nectar of the gods, this beer contains lactose. 21 check-ins, 4.10. 2 French check-ins. It averages a 4.38. So, all right, here we go. So for me, as the guy who doesn't like stouts that much, I get a little bit of the roastiness, like the coffee taste. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. This is a motor oil consistency.
Yeah, it's sweet enough.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's sweet enough. So like, I have a hard time still with stouts. If it's disguised with like peanut butter or cherries or a really strong taste, I can get through it. But if it's like a stout, I get the roasty coffee taste.
I always buy stouts and then I like them, but I leave them sit too long. It's like I'll grab a 4-pack and I'll bring it home and I'll have one that night, and then they sit in there for a little while because I can't go like one after the other on those. It's like a once in a while,
especially the 14%ers.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Oh, which I did pick up the apple cheesecake cinnamon bun imperial pastry stout at a 4 score. So I could bring that next Sunday if I come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll probably have. I have no problem doing the 6 person. I can just bust the other mic out, so we can have you still here, even if Steve comes. I don't think both guys from the beer you are coming, just one. So we can squeeze you in. I'll definitely keep you in the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely like the roastiness of the coffee is still there for me, but it's not that I super dislike it either.
This is a heavy beer.
Yeah,
I think the coconut's pretty subtle on this.
Yes,
it's probably going to come out more as it warms up. Motor oil thick, I guess, was the one we were using.
Like I just changed my oil. That's what this came out.
But that's smooth, and I would never believe that this is 13%.
Yeah, no, it doesn't drink like
no. This is
this
is fucking dangerous.
This is nice, yeah.
It has a.
It doesn't stick to your glass very heavily either.
It does a bit.
There's a certain to my intestines.
Yeah, I'll give this one a 3.
I will have black poops tomorrow.
Session stouts don't exist. Someone says fuck that.
No, they don't. The session stouts do not exist.
No, I think the closest is like 8% is like a session stout.
No, Guinness is the only session stout.
Yeah,
is there like 3?
or like a low 4.
Yeah, like 3.9. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I'm gonna give this a 4.
I gave it a 4 as well. This is another really good dessert beer.
Yeah, I think if they would have,
and actually, if there's any left when we come back, I'd like to take a second.
It's warmed
up. Yeah.
I agreed with your dad at 4.25.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, if this was masked, because like I said, I'm not a huge stout guy, but if this was like, if you would have taken the cherries with the last one and put it in this one with that sweetness with the cherry, I would have been into it. But it's not my.
I dig it. Like the coconut is muted, which is when I do like coconut. Thick ass mouthfeel. This is a thick boy. But yeah, this is a fantastic. Like this is another good dessert beer. Like North, you guys are killing it on the shit I would want to drink after dinner. That wasn't that. That was this one and this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus it's obsidian, so it can kill White Walkers.
It's very true. We got to have you try the 4% stout that we did for the Extreme Beer Fest. Full on flavor, thick, and thick, but only 4%. Interesting. 4% stout.
4% stout.
Guinness just made a non-alcoholic version of their Guinness stout.
A lot of places are. A lot of people are.
That'd be interesting to try because I tried the Heineken 0.0 and it's not bad. Like it tastes like Heineken, but it's just.
Would you guys judge us if we did a whole non-alcoholic beer?
Dude, that'd be honestly kind of funny.
Yeah.
Either that or we could do a double low cost.
We could do a double episode. Yeah, we'll have an old duels, a new Heineken, a Guinness stout.
We have
I'll bring you some more of those Arabian ones.
Oh, those Arabian ones are unbelievable.
They were They were sodas.
There was also Lagunitas also does that.
Yeah, Brewdog does too. They do an end-day IPA.
Those Arabian ones. I also have a pineapple one from the place that did the peach one.
No,
the peach
one's
unbelievable,
amazing.
They
are sodas. They are sodas.
From a different place, I have a honey ginger one that I still have a couple left.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been really into Topo Chico.
We did a actually Bree left some of her seltzers. There's a seltzer in the fridge right now.
I've been really into Topo Chico lately, but I can't find the flavored one. Walmart has the glass bottle Topo Chico.
Washington lost by 5.
Which is a Mexican mineral water. It's like Mexican Perrier, and it's 10 times better.
They were getting killed like 14-0 the whole game, so losing by 5 is not terrible for me.
No.
But no, this is a fantastic dessert stout.
Yeah, did everyone score this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone scored it? All right. Troganator. I don't know who's up in the
This is a classic.
It is.
I'll do it.
It's the
Ben had a bottle of this, like
the original high ABV for everybody.
Ben had a bottle of this that was aged, and it was their cork and caged version. I think he aged it for like a year or 2, and it was unbelievable.
What the barrel?
The barrel. I got some for my dad because this is one of his favorite go-tos, and and he liked it.
Is this the Troganator Double Bock?
Yeah.
All right. Every Troganator is a double bock.
Yeah, they also just did
the normal, the coconut one.
Yeah, they did the Coconator.
I was not interested in that.
Which was the homebrew contest winner. for them.
So a Doppelbock is a variation on a lager.
If you want to try a good peanut butter porter or a peanut butter one, if my dad has an extra can, or if we can still score one from the north, the one with the north in Pilgrim that's opening up a business in downtown Pottsville, that was a really good peanut butter beer.
I'm actually swinging by there Tuesday.
Where?
To Pilgrim.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
cool. I should have worn my
and sweatshirt.
Yeah, I got all my stuff. I got my Brewed and Skook shirt. I got my Founders Pack one with the mountains.
Yeah, I need to get one of their NWO shirts.
Yeah, I'm getting the
glass. I didn't get the glass
sweatshirt. I don't, because I did the name the beer one too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea what you're gonna name it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bill's balls.
Yep, that's it.
Bill's balls.
Super
Super
salty
sticky stout.
pretzel. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna go with something maybe for the winter and do a reference to Short Circuit.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no, the one with Johnny Five.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Short Circuit.
Yeah, Short Circuit. Yeah. Your mother was a snowblower.
Yeah, your mother. That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't know what to name. Like, obviously,
it's like
the Bangin beer.
Yeah,
like, that would be like if we made a name for the podcast. But if I named a beer like just for, I would probably try to think of something from The Office.
The weird thing, there's like a meatiness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a beef jerky taste.
It's like
like a Creed beer that says "You're not real, man."
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is. It's just like there's like a meatiness to it.
So now, actually, I want to go off the track there for a little bit. So it's a double bock. Of course, originally there was the bock beer, and I feel stupid because I can't remember the name of the original one. But so I'm just going to make up a name, whether it's correct. Or not. So I'm
the Neb.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So, but the original double bock beer, the name ended with ATOR, and for some reason I want to say it was Imperator, but I'm probably wrong because I honestly don't remember the name anymore.
Yeah.
But once that became a thing, as a sign of respect to that, and still in Germany today, where the Reinheitsgebot has some sway, even though it's not the official law anymore.
Yeah,
not the European Union.
Old German period law.
As a sign of respect for the original Doppelbock, all real Doppelbocks have names that end in ATOR.
Mm.
So, like if you see Celebrator or whatever, and that's how Troganator.
Yeah,
because that's a nod to the original Doppelbock.
I like it.
Reinheitsgebot.
So you were reading this one off?
Was this my one?
Yep.
Oh shit! I did. Didn't I do the last one?
This is such a good beer.
Yeah, whatever.
This might be my favorite Trogs beer. Besides, I love the When in Doubt lager.
Yeah, that's good. I wish they would. I think they mass produce.
If you go to
only at the brewery.
Yeah, if you go to the brewery, you can buy a case of it.
But otherwise, it's only in the varieties. But I think if they release that out into the world as like an all year,
it would give Yuengling a run.
Yeah,
it would.
So monks had fasting figured out. No food, no problem. Just drink a double bock. Thick and chewy with intense notes of caramel, chocolate, and dried stone fruit. Nader, as we call him, serves as a tribute to this liquid bread style.
There it is. Yeah. All right. So I checked this in before in the past, gave it a score. Friends checked in, 49 friends. They gave it a 3.84. It averages a 3.76. So not as high as I thought it would be.
This is another one of those that you didn't realize how heavy it was.
Yep.
So at what, 8%? 8.2%?
8.2.
Like when Troganator first came out, I'm like, well, I'm going to drink that.
Yeah. So for me, this is a 4. I like this one a lot.
See, this is another one that I don't know. I probably had a dozen of them, but actually probably more than that. I've logged 6 of them.
Wait, well, towards the end of this episode, we're gonna read off our Untapped year in beer reviews, and you're gonna be blown away by Bob.
But this is another one. Actually, this is one of my favorite styles. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the Celebrator from the Anger Brewery in Bavaria.
No,
that was the first double bock I ever had. This one's not quite as dark, but other than that, I can't say anything bad about it. I absolutely love everything about this beer.
Yeah,
and this is another one that I've given a 5, and I'm staying with it. I cannot say anything bad about this. I absolutely freaking love this beer.
I'm actually keeping this as like a side beer. I have like 2 side glasses here going, like my sippers. I just like Troegenator. I just want
that one.
Yes.
All right. I'll just check it.
If you get a celebrator, just a stupid story from my past here. Every bottle has a little yarn thing with a little plastic goat that says celebrator across the bottom of it.
We actually just got it in, so
I used to save them all and use them as ornaments on my Christmas
that's awesome.
tree.
You can buy one at the craft house.
I'm serious. I still have a bag with like 300.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
300 of them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beers.
Not to remember, I'm a little bit older. I got a head start on you guys. So we're talking
still
about
a lot of beers.
We're talking about the days where you
beer.
had to buy it by the case.
Yeah. Bob's our like beer guru god. Like he's he's our mentor. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, that we got in. I think last week that showed up, so we do have it.
We have to try one now because he's talking.
Well, if you have it at the craft, I'm going to come buy it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
All right.
I'm getting the. I'm
gonna put it on my Christmas tree just like Bob.
Yeah, I want one too for my Christmas tree. All right, here's
but
Blue's Clues.
We didn't get all the way.
Oh yeah. Troegenator. Sorry, go ahead. Troegenator score
4.
Like
Bock is a variation of a lager, and especially as it warms up, you get that real lagery taste to it. And then it's just everything about this beer is fantastic. This is one of the first Troegs I've had as well. And it's like, woo. Because like when you come up like drinking Yingling and shit, and then when Troegs first started coming out, I'm like, what's this Troegenator business? You're like, whoa, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. Troegs definitely set a tone when they became the thing. And yes, Marks, Billy was on an episode a couple weeks ago. Him and Jen were on an episode together. We're gonna have Jen back very soon as well. Billy was like we literally contacted Billy like last night, like midnight. We're like, you want to come on? I forgot my dad wasn't going to be here, and we had a lot of beers to get done. So we're like, we needed some help, and he's not too cool. He's not too far away. So
no.
Everybody good?
All right. So this one's called Blues, right? Just Blues.
This is another North.
By the North, yeah. Just that. All right. So this is a 10% stout, American style. Blues are our 10% breakfast aged stout on fruit. This stout has notes of blueberries and bananas.
Bananas.
So I hear breakfast and I get a little nervous that it's going to have a coffee taste, but when I hear blueberries and bananas, I get excited. So the flavor profile is dark banana and blueberry. So let's hope that's what stays there. I hope I don't get any coffee taste because I'm excited to try this. Oh, I got the beer burp so bad. Dude, I ate so much pizza last night. My acid reflux is killing me.
I ate so much pizza last night. I was just pooping most of the day.
Yeah. There's like $6 a pizza.
I love pizza though.
Yeah. All righty. Anything cool about this one, JR, you want to talk about in the chat or tell us?
This is another one.
It smells amazing.
I'd love to let this sit for 15 minutes and come back to it.
We can. That's all right. I like that.
I get a little bit of the banana right up front, and I can get some blueberry linger on the finish. That is super freaking smooth.
Wow.
I bet if we let that fruit flavor on both of those would come out a lot more.
This has a like beefy aftertaste to me too, though. It's like soy sauce or something.
You know what this reminds me of?
That at all.
This reminds me of Four Scores blueberry. This reminds me of Four Scores blueberry banana, like the breakfast parfaits, the Baby Yoda ones.
I'm not getting that at all.
You're not getting blueberry banana in that?
No, not like the parfait ones from Fourscore.
It has that banana like that. I don't want to say bland, but like that banana aftertaste where it kind of flattens out.
Yeah, it's kind of now for me. It's kind of weird. I want to say get the banana on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah,
but it's definitely on the front end, and I get the blueberries on the finish, and it's still subtle. But
yes, the banana's not overpowering at all. I'm not getting the blueberry though, really.
But
it's still probably a little.
That's what's kind of cool though too. Like what everyone tastes.
Yeah.
Like between the four of us, like I got really big banana on that one. I'm not getting much blueberry. I didn't get the soy sauce taste that I was just talking about, but it's creamy. I'm not getting anything on the nose though.
I forgot to score it. I just checked it in. I didn't score it.
Like, I don't know if that's the rest of you, but Like
that is smooth.
I don't
Smooth
smell
as
anything
smooth.
though. Like there's nothing coming off the nose at all for me.
And actually, I'm surprised that Tony didn't say anything because there's absolutely no hint of coffee on
Nothing.
this.
No, I get no coffee.
Nothing at all. No coffee at all. Yeah, for me, no.
Other
that's really good.
flavors.
I think that might be that's just as good as a stout as the peanut butter one.
What's it called? Blues Clues?
Just Blues.
Just
It should be
Blues.
Blues Clues.
Yeah.
It should be. You just got a letter. I gave it a 4, I believe. Let me double check.
Oh, there it is.
3.75. I gave 3.75. I was flirting between a 4 and a 3.75. I really like this. This is good. I see. My stouts need to have like. You need to baby me a little bit with the stouts. I need a little something on the end to help me out with it. No smell COVID. No, he smells it. Oh no, he doesn't smell it.
No, I taste it, but I don't smell it. But everything else I smelled, so it's not Rona.
10%. Speaking of the burps, how is the carbonation? Important to keep in line with the ability to consume without
Carbonation's perfect.
Yeah, I haven't had one overcarbonated beer today. I just have really bad. I have really bad acid reflux.
You can tell the overcarbs, and that was one of the biggest problems of the Omnipollo one stuff too.
Yeah, they
were horribly overcarbed.
I agree. None of these tasted overcarbed.
No, like I'm not getting any smell on.
We do have one more beer though, so
I'm not getting any nose.
Let me get rid of this boilo.
Another batch.
I'm getting the banana. I get a little bit of blueberry on that one.
Yeah.
As it warms up, the blueberry comes out a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm letting it sit for a little bit to get warmer.
It's a very good stout, though.
Yeah, I like it.
Wrong. What would I give it? I think I gave it a 4 already.
I was floating between a 3.75 and a 4, so I just lined it up. I don't have the supporter power.
I gave it 3.75.
I would have did like a 3.8 or something.
I gave it 3.75.
Yeah. Wow, what are you scoring this one?
I'm gonna give this a 4, and I was on the fence. I was gonna go a little bit higher, but I'm sticking with the 4 right now. But again, this is fantastic. Another one that I can't say anything bad about at all. This is amazingly smooth. I get both fruits that they say you should taste. And again, it's the body feel is right for a stout, but it's not boozy. You would never know that this is 10% either. This is very well done.
I'll tell you what. That's our last of our lineup for the north. I got to say we got to try a stout, 2 stouts, an ale, and a cream ale. And I think the only thing we haven't had from them is like an IPA, and I like their lineup. I'm a fan of their brewery.
That's across the board. The whole variety of styles they've done very well.
Yeah. I really like your cream. I think so for me, without going beer of the night or anything like that, or just score. I think overall, just for the north in general, I think they do stouts very well. Even the coconut one is not super for me, but it wasn't something I completely disliked where I just checked it in and didn't give it a score. So if I'm scoring it, that at least means I enjoyed it, enough to score it. But that cream ale was unbelievable. I would like to see you guys try more cream ale style beers, like cream ale, like different flavors, like cherry pie and this.
Well, I think a lot of them should start. Well, some should start kind of like moving away from IPAs because so many people are actually making IPAs, and not a lot of people are doing cream ales.
That's what I love about variety
or stuff like that.
Yeah, like IPAs are obviously the sexy thing now, but like this past year, lagers, pilsners, stuff like that, I've been seeking out a lot more.
Yeah.
And
because it's like, I love the hazies. They're great. Like they're fantastic, but it's like, I want something different.
Yeah.
It's like
New Trails, pilsners and lagers were amazing. Like they were really good, but the IPAs are the sexy ones. So that's where we go.
Yeah. That's where everyone buys. But I know sours, I think
I'm kind of soured out too
but I think that was showed the biggest growth.
Yeah.
Over this past year, but
I like sours too.
What do you if you can pick what the beer of 2021 is going to be that makes a resurgence? What style?
I hope it's a pilsner or a lager.
Yeah,
I would say honestly I'm gonna go cream ale.
Cream ales, I don't think they'll be the big one, but
I would like
cream ales are underserved.
Yeah,
they are definitely underserved.
I mean, listen, if you make a lager or pilsner, I'm all aboard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
cream ales are underserved. I think people need to branch out more though.
Well, see that, and that's another thing too with the microbrewery explosion. It costs so much money to be a startup, and
that's one of the worst to jump into.
But you can turn an ale out in 7 to 12 days.
Yeah.
You like for a lager, you're talking about a serious amount of time before you can get any return on your investment. And that's one of the reasons that all these other things are so prominent in the craft beer scene, is because everyone's hurting for money because they just dumped everything they own into a startup, and they need to turn around and do something to generate income, and it's just it's just that easy to.
Wasn't watching the chat. Go ahead. So it says we did a pumpkin cream ale, we did a strawberry cream ale, and now this is the cherry. So this is something they're trying to do more of. So I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really cool about a signature for a brewery too. Like if you can go to if the North, like cream ales are their specialty. It separates them from other breweries.
Yeah, I think they say they like to do stouts. That's like their thing is the stouts. And they said we plan to do plenty more pilsners all day. Everybody wants a crispy boy now, and 6 to 8 weeks to make a lager or a pilsner.
Yeah, that's what sucks about the lagers and pilsners because of the fermenting time. And
I'm very interested. Very interested to try a lager or a pilsner from you guys. Really, really interested.
Yeah, that's what sucks about those beers. The fermentation.
It's hard for us to get away from because for living in School County, if before craft beer buzz, all we had was lager from Yuengling and the pilsners from your domestic beers. So when a craft beer kind of dives into that and kind of sneaks you into the craft scene by drinking one, it's always a pleasure. You know what I mean?
Dude, probably a very high contender for beer of the year for me is Silver Fox from.
Yeah,
the double dry hop pilsner, that was fantastic.
So for me, it was a little bit different when I joined the military and moved away, and there was no craft beer scene when I left. And the stuff that drew me away from like being a Budweiser, Coors, Miller fanboy was Heineken, Moosehead, Beck's, St. Pauli Girl, what I guess they would call it a Euro lager today.
All the imports.
Those styles get a little bit of crap these days, but I like those 3 or 4. I love them because they're the ones that made me say like, what am I doing drinking this when I could have that? And because it was so different, and that's why I'm not afraid to try other new stuff these days. And but
they said they're doing a pilsner in January, but it won't be out till early March.
Yeah, that's like the other week I got a Kronbacher, and that's a good pilsner.
Yeah. Kronbacher's fantastic.
Isn't the Snyder Cut coming out in March?
I'm not sure.
I think the Snyder Cut comes out in March.
I honestly don't give a fuck.
Really?
No. But I hate the DC movies have been just garbage, so I don't care.
But I want the Snyder movie.
I'll watch it, but I don't care about it.
But you just talked about the Kronbacher. When some kind of normalcy,
I gotta get one of those for my German lineup.
When some kind of normalcy returns to the world, Kronbacher is everyday on tap beer at the Tap Depot.
Yep. Kronbacher is
their pilsner,
fantastic German pilsner.
Yeah, they're not very expensive either.
The $7.99 a 4-pack. It's like $30 a case.
And then Wolters too is pretty good for the price point. I think it's like
I have the Schwarzbier and another German pilsner I gave to you. I got a Kronbacher.
Yeah, we have 2 Germans in the fridge right now.
And I want to get a Franziskaner. And maybe
we can go up to Shangy's. They have that whole German section.
Billy got it.
Yeah, Billy got all the Germans.
The ones that want, yeah. Franziskaner is amazing. Like if you want to a wheat Franziskaner is worth.
Or even Einstock does a good.
The Icelandic guys.
Yeah. Their stuff's good too.
Yeah.
Everything I've had from them has been. They're above average. I no stinkers from them.
Yeah.
My goal is like the way that it's working with work. I was planning on possibly moving to days at one point, but I think the advancement opportunities on nights are there, and just I kind of dig the night shift, so I have no plans on leaving night shift anytime soon. But my goal is like Saturdays, if he's not like once everything goes back to normal, if he's not playing music, would be like Saturday we get all together and we do like a trip somewhere and try like. And
I was
explore.
Actually trying to run one out of the craft house.
What? That'd be awesome.
Like a little, but more like a beer trip, like to hit a couple of breweries in the area, but leave from there.
We can do a collaboration on that. That's something we want to do with the podcast too. We want to get it.
Well, we've been talking with our friend Jarrett.
Yes. Well, that's why to get him to run like like a little thing, or even with the show.
Well, that's what we were talking to him about. We were just trying to figure out like
small recordings at each place, and then just
I don't know if I would
do some live on the bus.
Yeah, I don't know if I would record, but I would definitely make it an experience for the people who are a fan of the show. To jump, get a slot in the bus.
I think
I don't want to make any money. Just give it all to the bus driver.
I think we did a live deal on it. Would be cool.
Yeah. Like a Facebook Live.
Man.
It wouldn't be the craziest quality because we're just doing Facebook Live. But
it doesn't have to. Like, it wouldn't be the full podcast. It would be like a feature.
Yeah. And then we would drive all over, like, pick a state or like Pennsylvania.
It's like a Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Patreon. Yeah.
OnlyFans.
I'm trying really hard to stay away. Like, listen, if somebody wants to sponsor us, that'd be fantastic. Just another way to make a couple bucks to try to advance us. But for the most part, I'm trying to stay away from Patreon. I'm trying to stay away from, like, we're gonna lock content away from you because you have to pay for it. Like, I'm trying to. It's really hard to stay away from that. That's why I do. That's why I do the merch page.
Well, I think like if we did like the tours, I think like we don't have to take money from it.
No, I don't want the money. I want to go to the bus driver. I want to do it just to hang out with people.
Yeah,
I'm not looking to make money off it.
No, flying solo on a road trip, I've hit 4 states in a day, and I have some conceivable routes planned.
Yeah,
we could probably
Bobby,
do
you
6.
can think of something we can do.
Yeah.
Like we have the facilities to do that.
My whole goal for doing a road trip and taking
Jared just needs to get his motor coach so we can piss.
Yes, correct. Yeah, my whole thing with doing the road trip.
You don't shit on the tour bus.
Yeah, no shit on the tour bus. But my whole thing with the road trip would be charge enough that the bus driver can cover his costs and make a couple bucks because he's taking time out of his day.
Yeah, but Jared sucks.
Yeah,
well, I
don't want to make a dime, but if we can collaborate with like the Craft House and the Cake Stand and be like, hey, this is the Craft House Cake Stand or the Craft House Bangin beers tour for the day. We're gonna go to these breweries. Sign up now. We only have a certain amount of seats.
Yeah,
have everybody go, and then we can bring a bus full of people to a obviously contact a brewery.
But even like if you're gonna do something like that, to be honest, instead of like doing like how many states can we hit or how many breweries where we hit, the real probably thing to do is to make an all day long thing out of it and like pick 3 or 4 quality.
Yeah, like places. Highlight.
That's what we would do.
We would like a certain.
We did
area of the country.
Gave me the concept of this is like 2 years ago for my birthday. My wife's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "How about we get Jarrett and we'll do a brewery tour."
Yeah.
So we left from our place. We went to Lost Tavern in Hellertown. Then we went to Weyerbacher, and then we went to Funk's. By the time we got the Funks, because of Weyerbacher's high ABVs, things got weird.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing day.
Yeah, he said we have a podcast studio at the tattoo place next right next door to us at the brewery, and we probably could have one of them. That's cool. Dude, all my stuff travels very easily, so it's not much for me to bring my stuff. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Between breweries and bars.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get drunk at the North and get a tattoo right after.
Let's do it.
We're all getting tattoos.
Once the Rona's over,
dude. Like I said, we jump on a bus and we go up to the Finger Lakes or the North. You know what I mean? Like go up to the North. We do North and Cunningham. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of really cool stuff we can do.
Have Jared take a nap on the bus and then we go in and get hammered.
So our friend Jarrett, there's a conversion rate when you talk to Jarrett. So like like let's say you and I like we would drive to Philly and it's like that sucks. That's like him driving like from Minersville to Pottsville.
Yeah, he did. He just loves.
loves to drive.
When we would go places, he insisted on driving. Like
fucking
no one
Jarrett,
else was allowed
Header
to drive.
and Matt Hill will drive to Virginia just to get goddamn Cheerwine soda.
Yeah,
like
they still make that.
Yes,
dude. He drove us to the Renaissance Fair, and on the way home, he hit a bird. And like his whole front of his bus was covered in blood. It was awesome.
Do you remember the night when we left and went to New York City on a whim at like 1 o'clock in the morning?
I wasn't part of that.
Well,
that was prior to me, I think.
He drove up there and then we got out of the truck and then said, "All right, let's go home."
Yeah. We'll just do random shit like that.
Like we drove up to New York City for no reason at all, and then turned around and came home.
Yeah, like literally, the joke of the Jarrett conversion, but it's real.
Yeah.
So like, what we think, like us driving to North Carolina every summer for the beach, it's a 10-hour drive. It sucks because it's an hour drive, but to him, it's like him driving to like from Pottsville to like Philly.
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
like
nothing.
Mark says, I'm planning on a cross-country promotion tour for my barbecue rub. We should talk. My focus is on bars, honks, barbecue joints, and strip clubs. Then he put the barbecue rub. Dude, we'll
put the rub on the strippers.
We'll work so yeah, we're gonna rub the strippers down with your barbecue rub. No, I would 100%. I would 100% try your barbecue rub. He put the website in so we can go on Facebook and click that link.
I check that out.
Dude, we'll give you some love. If you want to come on the show anytime, man, even if it's just like interviews with everyday people and just talk about your barbecue stuff, I'm always down. Like, you support us and hang out.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, you support us and hang out, man. You have like any show, man. Just let me know. We'll have you on. We could do a guest spot.
I would love to try that
support
rub.
you. Yeah, I'll help support you. All right, where are we at here? Clues. I gave my score. What are you guys thinking? Jesus, Andy's smashing stuff.
It was right there. I couldn't see it. The mic was blocking.
Didn't land in anybody's lap.
No,
there's
it's all
no beer in it. It's just so this glass is right where the mic goes down.
Yeah, these mics aren't used.
And
Like
I can't
it
see
takes
it.
our peripheral out.
So I went boop.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one more left.
What does everyone score in the Blues?
I gave that a 4.
Yeah, 4.
I give it a 3.75.
Yeah, I think 3.75 as well.
Solid stout.
All right, so this is from Andy's favorite singer of all time, Chris Daughtry. Chris Daughtry made a beer with the.
I don't hate Daughtry as much as I hate a lot of other people.
Yeah,
I don't hate him. I just don't like his music.
I like Chris Daughtry.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I would hang out with him.
I just wouldn't listen to his music.
The fact that he reached out to a brewery to make a beer is kind of cool.
There are plenty of people that I would hang out with, but I don't like what they do.
He's a huge Batman fan, which I'm a huge fan of.
Well, he's doing Hugo Strange. Like he'll be probably fine. I just don't know him as an actor. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he was. I believe he was on American Idol.
But yeah, he was an American Idol runner-up.
Yeah, he did not win.
What's usually the most successful American Idol people with the runners-up?
Yeah,
like Adam Lambert.
Unless you're Kelly Clarkson. I think Kelly Clarkson and what was the other country girl?
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood, I think, were the most successful.
Fuck singing competition shows.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's really talented people who go to them and try out, but if they don't have a good backstory where like their mom died in a car accident, they're not getting through.
Or they're not a pretty blonde girl.
Yeah. All right, so this is by Rock Brothers Brewing Company, and this is called Daughtry. Actually, don't, because Andy tried this and it knocks it over. Just put it on the table. The headset. There's no mute button anymore, so it sucks. So this is the Daughtry Summer Ale. September Ale. And it's brewed and packed by Rock Brothers Brewing Company out of Tampa, Florida. Is there any write up on this, Bob?
Daughtry September Ale. It's a blonde ale, 5.1% ABV. Rock Brothers Brewing and Daughtry are proud to bring you this delightfully crisp, refreshing September blonde ale. It's September all year long with a light body, yet full of flavor ale. Chris and the brewers handcrafted this recipe over months of discussion and taste tests. The finished product is something we all believe all will enjoy for years to come. Flavor profile is light, smooth, honey, sweetness, and pineapple.
I get all that.
Yeah,
I get all of it. I think this is a very easy drinker.
it is.
I think they described this because when I read the can, I looked at it. I said summer ale. I thought this was a summer ale, and then it's September. So there's that little bit of a September feel to it, but it's a very easy summertime beer.
It's like a pre-fall taste. Almost.
Yeah,
like it's like gonna ease you into all of the to all the fall spiced beers.
I think this is a very easy drinker. I'm into this. This is something that I think even if someone's not a craft beer drinker, I think this is a good introductory beer.
Yeah.
So like if you're gonna market your beer around a pop singer, and maybe everyone who drinks these beers and they go to a concert and they buy Miller Lite or Coors Light or something, I think this is a good way to get them into the craft scene. And I think they did a great job on knowing that and marketing it. I'm gonna go 3.75 on this. Easy drinker. I would say light-bodied though. A little light-bodied.
It's light-bodied. I get a touch of the honey on the nose.
Yep.
It's malty.
Yes.
I faint pineapple on the finish. I'd probably give this a 3. It's definitely above average.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's nothing really wrong about it. There's nothing bad about it. Nothing really reaches out and grabs me and said, "Hey, check this out." It's not spectacular, but again, there's nothing wrong. I would drink it before a Bud or a Miller or a Coors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3.
It's not over. A little bit Chris Daughtry for you, though. Chris Daughtry.
Hey, would get that out of your system prior to Andy coming back.
Yeah,
Or
I gotta sing all my pop songs before Andy comes back, before the metalhead comes back. No, I dig it. It's like I said, it's not gonna blow your socks off if you're a craft beer drinker. I think if you drink it, you're probably gonna be like meh. But I think for what they try to go for it, I don't think it's terrible. We had a big lineup today. We went for it. I appreciate.
Yeah, and lots of them are like.
Yeah, I didn't realize
10.
how strong they were. We're gonna be hanging out after the show a little bit. I see you come prepared for Bangin' Beers. You have a thermos full of water.
Correct.
That's a smart move.
I gave it a 3.5. It's good. Like it has all the flavors it says, and it wouldn't be bad on like a warm day or like prior to going to a Daughtry concert.
Yeah, if I was at a Daughtry concert and I was drinking these, I would have a good time.
I better have had like 30 of these to talk me into go to the
well.
I think if you were at a Daughtry concert and you're like, oh, he made a craft beer, good for him, and he's like, I like Batman and Star Wars, and then he starts singing his pop songs, you'd be like, all right, I'm into this guy, I'll hang out with him.
Or he just goes up on stage
and goes, he's a bad dude. I just don't like his music.
He's like, if you like the Mandalorian, you can come backstage. And you'd be like, yeah.
I would already be backstage.
Yeah. He's like, I'll give you a case of Daughtry September Ale. What if this podcast gets us an interview with Daughtry because the brewery hears us and Daughtry hears us and he's like, yo, I like these fucking guys. It's never gonna happen.
Daughtry,
I never say never, but
I think you're probably a cool dude.
But yet somehow it only has 31 check-ins.
He said, explain the term malty.
Well, more now, like 35 check-ins.
Malty.
It has a little bit of a malty. Try taste this.
So malty, like it tastes like malt. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
So I guess the best way for me to put this in terms that the average person would. You ever have a malted milk ball?
I haven't, no, but I've had malty beers.
Yes, but I don't get that from this.
So the malted milk ball without the chocolate, or if you ever go to Heisler's, for someone who's local, you can still get legitimate malted milkshakes out there where they actually like mix malt in it. Malt is the base of all beers. It's the where they take the sprouted grains and they roast them. It's a very unique flavor. Maybe the next closest thing I could think of to explain that would be maybe molasses.
Yeah,
it tends to be a little sweet.
There's like a roastiness to it.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's funny. Like when you actually brew a beer, when you do a full grain recipe, and so the first step is you bring up your mash tun to like 170 degrees. Then you mash in. So that's where your crushed grains are going into that. Then you let it sit at temp, but you got to keep that temp up for like about an hour. Then what you do is you drain that new wort into your boil pot. But so that grain water that you just extracted, there's a process that goes along with the heat and the grains. It turns into like a sugary water. So it's like you drink that, you test that wort, it's a sweet drink.
So actually, like another good example of that is like if you ever see any of the Spanish malted drinks.
Yes.
That is basically what a beer would taste like if you didn't put hops in. They tend to be sweet. They're very malty and
Goya.
Yeah, that's a good. And you can actually log them on the app. The maltas are legitimate NA beers on there. But the closest thing I can think of, if you can't relate maltiness to anything, maybe would be kind of like molasses. It's a weird combination of sweet and maybe dark bread.
Yeah. Very bready taste.
He said, got it. Thank you. Nailed the brew process. Thank you, Jay. We're trying. Listen, we're just guys who just drink beer, but we're learning stuff as we go. We're not trying to say we're one of the comments we got, someone messaged me privately and he goes, I really like your community page because I feel like your reviews are cool and you're honest. And he goes, you're not pretentious beer people, which is, I'm not knocking.
There's plenty of those out there.
I'm not knocking you if you are, but that's just not, we're like blue collar people who just drink beer and we try
like if you think of the stereotypical hipster IPA drinker.
We're not trying to pretend something we don't know. You know what I mean? We're just kind of just giving you our take, but our take means nothing. Like the whole idea is just kind of put people over. This whole networks thing is our network is the Interviews with Everyday People network. And we try to attack every topic we come from a view from an everyday person. We're not a professional critic. We're not professional beer reviewers or beer brewers. We're just everyday people who just want to try to put people over. Yeah. If they have good stuff, we want to.
I mean, ultimately, it boils down to is a good beer or not. Like you could have that. What the hell is a sommelier for a beer? It's like a Ken. It's some of the C.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking too.
What the fuck's the name of it?
Word either.
It's some Italian word.
What would you score this Daughtry September Ale?
Why did I give it 3.5, 3.25? It's a solid summer ale type beer.
Yeah,
3.25. It's not bad
First time ever having anything
Like-
from Rock Brothers.
I don't really like the branding to it. Doesn't matter to me because I don't like Daughtry. Like
Yeah.
it's not my type of music. So, but it's a solid beer.
So this beer was, like I said, once again donated from Nikolai from Not Cool in High School and
Thanks,
Treat
Nikolai.
My Illusion. So thank you, Nikolai.
No,
He
it's
brought
not
that.
a bad beer.
He brought that last night for us.
Yeah, it's not a bad beer in any
Cicerone.
means. Cicerone, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So what? We'll start with you, Andy. Your beer of the night.
I think I'm gonna go with sweet cherry pie.
I'm gonna agree with you. You can leave it there,
I'm
Bob.
gonna agree too.
Well, yeah,
Oh, it's a runaway.
I was going to say normally I would go with either of the Trogs items, but I'm prejudiced towards them already.
I think I think when we do beer of the night, it's gonna be these.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
And if I exclude the Trogs, which I'm predisposed to already, I'm going to team up and go with the sweet cherry pie.
This fantastic dessert beer. Holy
Yeah.
shit, was this good?
Sweet Cherry Pie is a clear runaway, a 4-vote sweep for the beer of the night. Second beer of the night. We'll start with you, Bob. Bob is spinning the cans. Trying to do my Howard Stern here.
Mhm.
He's going Snow. Snow Obsidian.
I'm gonna agree with Bob.
It's between that and Blues. I'll probably go Snow Obsidian.
I thought
Yeah,
Snow Obsidian
that's-
was fantastic.
I would go Blues, but Snow Obsidian second place. Third place beer. I'll start this one. I'm gonna go Candy Apple.
I'm gonna go Pointing North.
Well, that's part of a different lineup.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that's
No, we're gonna
all right.
exclude
Well,
those.
then I actually will agree with Candy Apple.
That's a tough call. I like them both, but you know what? I'm not going to rock the boat on this one. Candy Apple.
Candy Apple. All right, first, second, third is going to be Sweet Cherry Pie, Snow Obsidian, and Candy Apple. Blues was a great beer. The project Happy Holy Days was interesting, but not something I would go back and drink a full can
Definitely
of.
not.
The Daughtry September Ale, I thought was a good
Not
introductory
bad.
beer.
It was a
not
good.
bad.
It was a
Yeah.
good. It was a good ale. Yeah, I like it.
Best holiday beer out of these three.
Best holiday. Well, Pointing North's not a holiday beer, so Mad Elf's getting the fucking. And Troganator's year round too, so Mad Elf's got the.
Oh, I didn't know this was not a holiday beer.
No,
No, it's just
that's just a one-off
yeah.
collaboration.
My bad. Well, I'm going to be honest. If I had to pick for my second place, it would have been Pointing North.
Well, what if we do New York versus PA? Like the PA beers would be Trogs.
Would
and the New
Pointing
Trail.
North
and the
beat
Levante.
anything in the top 2 or 3 for you? For me, yes. I
Yes.
would
Yeah,
say
it's
this is
I probably would have replaced that with Candy Apple. Yeah, or
Really?
that
But
would have
then-
replaced
all right,
Candy Apple.
that was my
Yeah.
bad then. So we'll say Sweet Cherry Pie, Snow Obsidian, and Pointing
Yeah.
North is for first, second,
Yeah.
third. Mad Elf is your vote.
That's what for holiday beer. Mad Elf.
I'd go Troganator.
I'd go Mad Elf.
Mad Elf.
Holiday beer.
I-
Troganator's
I-
a holiday beer. It's all year
I-
round, man.
You're right. You're right. I'm fucking up, guys.
But to be
that's like-
fair, it's
I mean, it's a
They-
it's a colder weather beer. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
I love them both. I gave them both 5s.
Yeah. But strict talking holiday beer, Mad Elf is the winner.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's my bad. That's
you agree? Well, I mean, Bob, you say your opinion. You were on the way of.
Yeah.
That's it. I love them both, but Mad Elf for Ron Holiday.
Because like Troganator, you can get all year round, but like Mad Elf, you gotta wait till like October for the end of October for this fucker to
See,
come
that's
out.
another to me for box and double box. I associate them more with Easter and springtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Than,
Yeah.
than I would with
Yeah.
Christmas.
And it's cool because as you let the Troganator warm, you really get those lager tastes out of it too.
I was just gonna say about including the Troganator in the holiday since they technically included in the holiday pack.
Yeah.
but-
So real
but,
quick, Mark said, "Thanks, guys. Got to run. Is there any way to get notifications for your live shows?" So if you go on YouTube, you can get a notification. And I believe if you're watching on Facebook, if you ask for notifications or you follow
If you follow the page, anytime we go live, you should get a notification by default.
yeah, that should work. What exactly we say? But thank you, Mark.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
I appreciate you.
Anyone who's hanging out today, thank you very
The
much.
last 5 episodes, Mark, you've been here every episode, and I truly, truly appreciate that. JR, thank you
Where
for
do you
hanging
live,
out.
Mark?
Mark's upstate New York.
Upstate New.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's got to drive. So
Yeah.
come hang out.
I would love to listen. This show is not opposed to having just people who we meet off
Oh,
the
no,
internet.
it'd be
come in.
amazing.
That's how Bob
That's how
joined
Bob
the show.
got here. Bob doesn't even have social media.
Yeah, Bob started following us on
But he's also
Untapped.
Way more about beer than we do.
Yeah, he follows Untapped because he's seen us at Brewfest. we had a table set up at Brewfest. Bob started following us. He hosted everything. He started commenting and saying, I like your stuff. He started listening to the podcast. He started commenting stuff that was on the podcast in the Untapped. And I was like, oh, he actually listens. And now he's a member. So we truly appreciate the people who show us love, and it means a lot. So, JR, thank you so much. Beer can art of the night.
I'm going with Troganator because I'm 99% sure that's Krampus, and I'm voting for it.
Yeah, if I had so the way I do it, I go by what I would wear on a t-shirt. I would agree and go Troganator.
I do like the drunk as fuck elf though too.
The drunk as fuck elf is awesome.
I wish they wouldn't have changed the label on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys ever saw the original
label,
Mad Elf label. I like that one better.
Well, that's kind of when Trogs kind of like changed their stuff.
See if I can bring it up quick.
Yeah. What would your vote be?
As they stand now, I'm with Andy. I already do have a Troganator shirt with that on it.
Yeah, I did a Troganator t-shirt. So the can art of the night is going to be Troganator, and beer name of the night. For me, I'm torn between. I think you're going to go Obsidian, Snow Obsidian, because the Game of Thrones reference.
No, I'm actually not. I'm going to go Sweet Cherry Pie.
I like Sweet Cherry Pie too.
She's my cherry pie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think when I see it. And I was torn between that and Happy Holidays. I think Holidays is funny.
I think that one is good too. But yeah, I like the Sweet Cherry Pie. Although Pointing North is cool too.
Oh wow, I've never even seen that before.
Because Pointing North, if you think about it, like Levante is like southeastern PA, New Trail is north central PA. So Pointing North is kind of cool. But I think Sweet Cherry Pie is my favorite on name of the night.
Anyone disagree or anyone to add to this for name of the night?
Mad Elf is great too. Actually, hold on. Sorry, Mad Elf number 1. It's a drunk ass fucking elf.
Well, it's gonna be tied at Sweet Cherry Pie and Mad Elf because I voted Sweet Cherry Pie. Can art of the night was Troganator. So
are we going for name now?
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the history of the name.
Yeah.
And actually, I went back and I looked at that, and the original double bock is still in production today by Paulner. The original double bock was Salvatore.
Okay, I agree with you that they kept the OTR. I think that's a cool name. I agree with it, but I'm gonna stick with Cherry Pie. So what's your
Mad
vote?
Elf's my number 1.
For what?
Name of the night.
Probably Mad Elf.
Mad Elf wins.
It's a drunk ass elf.
Yes, and
all right, there it is. Beer name of the night will go Mad Elf. Beer of the night will be Sweet Cherry Pie, and can art of the night will be Troganator. So Trogs takes 2 of them tonight. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This will be the end of season 2 of Bangin' Beers. So we will be back. Actually, are we recording? How does this work?
I mean, next Sunday is next Sunday. So.
Oh yeah, never mind. This is not the end of season.
Still doing the beer and year.
Yeah, we still have episode 27 on the 27th. Next Sunday we'll be live. So it's not the end of season 3 yet. We still have one more episode. So yeah, I'll save my
on your Discover page.
Yeah, it's on the
yeah.
Are we talking about that before we go?
Yeah, let's do our beer and review. So Bob, go first because yours is entertaining.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Bob's a goddamn monster.
Okay, so are we gonna do each category?
Oh, I just hit hide. How do I get it back?
You go back to just the main page.
Hide?
No, I hit hide on it.
Oh, I don't know then.
Shit. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, so the first category is check-ins. You checked in 1,779 times in 2010. The average
2010. That was 10 years ago.
2020. The average untapped user checked in 52 times in 2020.
What was your first check-in of 2020?
Dogfish Head Sea Quench.
I think I just lost it.
I checked in 342 times, so
I feel really bad.
A goddamn noob.
143, so I'm more noob than you. But
my first check-in of 2020 was Mooey by Bond Place Brewing Company.
I had that one too.
My first check-in was Nugget Nectar, which this year
is alright.
Double nugs though this coming year.
Oh, they're doing a double this year.
They're doing a double this year.
So like double Blizzard this year.
It wasn't as good as last year.
Good,
I still enjoy it.
Last year was really good. This year was all right.
But was last year really good? But
what's that?
Close it.
He got it.
I got it.
But was last year really good because it was the first year for it, and we were just all hyped about it because it was new.
That could be it because Double Blizzard was fantastic.
But also Blizzard this year was a little
Blizzard
subpar
was
from last year.
weird.
Like it's still good.
The
Like,
cans were good. The bottles were not. I don't know what that is.
I got a case of the cans. Like
I
as
got
soon
a
as we got it
yeah.
in, I got a case of the cans.
Yeah, when Blizzard came out, because I like Blizzard of hops. Like it's a good winter IPA.
Oh,
And the bottles were weird, but the cans were fine.
Yeah,
Tony, what was your first check-in of the year?
Let Bob run through his real quick.
Oh, we're going to. I thought we're not going to go to the category.
Yeah, keep it going.
Oh, so we're going to check-ins?
Yeah,
All right,
let's do each category.
I checked in 574 times in 2020, but it did take me a while to get back to checking in because I took a huge break from on tap. My first check-in of 2020 was the Lord Chesterfield Ale. Yep.
Supposedly they're stopping making those in 6-pack bottles.
Really?
They're supposed to go to 212 bottles instead of 6-pack bottles, and Andy's making a
face.
face. Like, it doesn't. It makes no sense. It's supposed to be that and porter are supposed to.
But Chesterfield,
the 4-6s.
I'm gonna say Chesterfield has got to be the most popular beer in School County.
It's probably from me.
Lager is probably more popular.
Next to lager, though,
we're actually selling more.
I'm not even counting lager, but Chesterfield.
I'm just actually specifically speaking from filling the cooler.
Yeah.
It's premium and premium light. We sell a lot more of.
How is Flight doing?
Flight's doing well.
Yeah.
Hershey Porter kind of leveled off.
Like as it did last year.
Yeah, we were still crazy with it because of the cans. Because we were the only place I could get it.
Oh, you should see the people out west jonesing over that. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm cool if they keep 6-pack cans, the Chetty cans.
With the cans, or I think they should do 16-ounce cans of Chetty.
I already.
Why are there not Chetty pounds?
Because they have the system over at the new brewery. So if they have the new canning system, why not can them in 16? And if they do 4-packs, they'd go more after the craft crowd.
So there is a possibility that if you come next week, we're gonna try a special beer.
Yeah.
But we can't talk about what it is or where we got it. But somebody is hooking us up with, and it's not you. So just to get him off the hook.
No, it's not me.
It's not him to get him off the hook. We may be trying a beer, but we're not going to talk about it on the show.
I'm not excited about that beer.
I'm excited about it.
Is it the what I think it is?
Yes.
Not bad.
I'm sure it's all right, but I'm not excited.
It is what it is. I'm not excited. I don't think the original can size is a good choice.
No,
if that makes sense.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's
no, whatever.
Yeah, it'll change up. But I am getting a new tattoo idea. So I have Winnie the Pooh drinking a Gears iced tea on this arm for my wife, and I am getting Stitch because I'm a big Stitch fan on this arm. But I'm getting Stitch with 4 arms. One arm is going to be him with a big battle of Millsworth chips, a jar of Miller's hot bologna, and a can of Chetty pouring it into his mouth.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be my new tattoo coming up very soon. But let's get into our unique check-ins.
So I tried a total of 331 unique beers. I feel like that's. I go into spouts where I just forget.
Yeah,
I forget to check shit in.
Same here.
So you average untapped user around 49 beers. Beautiful Trauma, number 2 check-in. These are the 2 check-ins I got. Beautiful Trauma from Rotunda, double Citra Pillows from Fourscore, and Great Scott from Fourscore, 2 each.
So my uniques are funny because to us they're not unique, but to, I guess around the world they are. So I have 527 unique check-ins. My number 1 is Flight with 5 check-ins. I have to check in beers more because
I don't check them in if it's.
If I drink it more than once, I don't check it in unless
that's where I'm usually at too.
Well, I kind of like Bob's idea,
but I do like Bob's idea too.
Yeah.
Unless how I feel about
be the Lager
changed.
King.
I want to be the Lord King. Like I want to get more lords in my life.
Be the Lager King like Bob.
Yeah, Bob is the Lager King.
So, and then that's one of my missions is to log more Yuengling lagers than anyone else. I believe I'm at 556 now.
my number 2 is Lord Chesterfield Ale, and my number 3 is Evergreen's Black is Beautiful. That was a good beer. That was a real good beer. What's your unique? Okay, you're up. You're unique.
My 139 unique beers in 2020. First one is Half an Enchilada from Evergreen.
Ooh.
That was a good one.
Evergreen was a good year. A good year for us on the show.
We had that on the show.
They have a good lineup. And then second was Master of Pumpkins with 2 check-ins, and then third was Pointing North.
Oh, nice.
Also with 2, which I checked in twice because once I drank in the evening and once I drank in the morning in the shower. So
shower beer.
Dude, shower beer is the best.
So I had 1,115
Jesus Christ, Bob.
in 2020. The average untapped user had 49.
Bob is a goddamn monster.
That's why he's on
he's
Bangin'
like-
Beers.
My-
He's our drummer. He keeps us in beat.
my first one, Yin Yang Lager.
How many?
85.
For 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think next year you should go for like.
The thing is, though, I think I
365
probably had
and-
more than 85 English lagers this
Yeah,
year.
I've probably had more than
I just don't
85
check
in my
them in.
entire life. But yeah,
My second one was Lucky Streak. I bought a 30-pack of that because you couldn't get it in anything less.
Yeah.
that wasn't bad for the price.
No,
I didn't
no.
think it was a solid sub $18 30-pack.
Yeah.
And then my third one, going hometown supporter here, Stoker's Fanciful Dream.
Nice. All right. So breweries. I'll start off. You have tasted 172 breweries this year. Hudson Valley takes the lead with 18 beers because Ben just lived in Hudson Valley for this show.
Ben blows Hudson Valley all the time.
Yeah. Number 2 would be Liquid Noise because we went there and they fucking gave us like 13 beers on our episode. We're like, no, we'll just do a flight. And they're like, if you're here, we watched your show. You guys don't fuck around. We're giving you one of every one of our beers we have.
You're getting fucked up.
Yeah, Liquid Noise. Listen, they craft like a rock star, and we try to drink like one. So we met. Liquid Noise is a good match made in heaven there. And then Evergreen, like I said, was big for the show. They tied with 17 beers too for this year for me. So a lot of my beers I check in, most of them are on the show. I try not to check in too much off the show because I only really drink on the show. So that pretty much what you're seeing there. 18 beers from Hudson Valley, 17 from Liquid Noise, and 17 from Evergreen are all show beers. So
you tasted from 131 different breweries. Number 1 was 4 20 beers.
The Beer Jesus on Twitch is saying, hello everyone. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Thanks for hanging out with us on Twitch. You're just catching the end of the show here, but you can always check the replay out or click the links, and we have more stuff for you to check out.
I got 20 beers from 4
Okay.
I have 16 from New Trail and 20 from Imprint.
Interesting.
They're my top 3 of check-ins apparently for this year.
Bob. I'll go, Billy.
I'll go. 67 different this year. I'm kind of slacking. But,
yeah, like I am very lazy on my check-ins sometimes.
I am too.
Like I'm sitting on like at least 15 check-ins that I just haven't posted yet.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like,
number 1 was New Trail at 18. Then 2 was Trogs at 15. And then 3 was Fourscore at 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in like within
Bob's
a
over
2-hour window.
Bob's over the
I was
1K
like, I have
mark.
787 breweries.
439 different
Jesus
breweries.
Christ, Bob.
My top one was New Trail with 31 different beers from
Holy
them.
shit.
And then second and third place, Hometown Boy. Second place is Revere with 20 different beers, and third place is Stoker's with 19.
Nice. Beer Jesus says we offers you all home brewed and dry hops seasonal starfruit gose. Listen, man, we just did a homebrew episode not too long ago. We had a bunch of homebrewers send us their stuff, and we tried it. And he calls it the Beach Bum. So we're all about the homebrew, man. If you ever want to collaborate or work something out, shoot us a message. We're always about it. Right now, we're reading our Untapped year-end review. So next one is styles. So you tasted 96 styles this year out of 215 total available. So there's 215 different styles in the world. I had 96 of them.
215 on the app.
On the app. So there's 215 available on the app of different styles. I've had 96 of them. So that's pretty, I'm happy with that.
Why do I feel that somehow you had like 219 out of 215 styles?
So how many different styles have you had, Andy?
Hang a second. Styles. Oh, did my beer
Closed it.
He closed it. What are you at?
I'm at
go
47.
47 out of 215. Not bad. My number one style was IPA American.
I got 68. It says IPA New England.
Mine's also IPA New England.
Yeah, mine's an IPA American.
I had 151 out of 215.
Bob is a goddamn legend.
And my top one was also IPA American.
Oh, all right.
So for venues, I'm actually pretty happy about this because of the current year. But I have 38 unique venue check-ins this year. Number 1, obviously, is this fucking table.
This table is a location. We made it on Untapped.
This is gonna be fucking funny. So you ready? Number 2 is Untapped at Home.
Yep.
Number 3 is the Frackville Lodge, number 7:37 a.m. check-in. Because that's when I used to check in before we made the table.
Oh, you checked it as the Frackville Lodge?
Yeah.
I have 24 unique venue check-ins. My number 1 is Bangin Beer's podcast table with 329 check-ins. The next one is Untapped at Home, which is 49 check-ins. And the next one is Liquid Noise with 13 check-ins. So that once again goes to they gave us that many beers that day I was there. And
my top purchase that are the Craft House, Keg Stand, Nache Craft House Jim Thorpe.
Mine is Black Diamond, the Keg Stand, and Liquid Noise. But I plan on adding the Craft House to that. So yeah.
I had 6 venues. Number 1 was Untapped at Home with 96 check-ins. And then here with 17 and the Craft House with 2.
He's been on 2 episodes. He has 17 check-ins at this table.
Yep. And then my top purchase is obviously at the Craft House with 25. And then Evergreen with 2 and Voodoo Brewing Company with 2.
Nice.
I have 96 unique venues. My top one is Tamaqua when I drink from home. Well, what I do is the first beer every day, if I'm at home, is Untapped at Home, and then everything else after that is just Tamaqua.
Yeah.
So my first venue is Tamaqua with 639. My second one is Untapped at Home with 239. And my third one is the Tap at Humboldt with 135.
Wow. Tap at Humboldt so much.
Me too. I want to do an episode there.
My purchases, Top of the Barrel, which is a beer store in Tamaqua. I have 143 from there. My second one is Waywood Beverage, which is in Kennett Square. I have 43 from there. And my third one is the Beer Stop in West Hazelton. I have 41 from there.
Nice. All right. So badges.
I don't even know if I want to know how many badges.
Yeah, he's got like 2,000. I have 577 new badges in 2020, and I'm not going to go.
I think it's the same for everything.
Yeah.
I have 397.
I have 243.
Bob has 7,400.
671.
600. I'm not too far
That's
behind
not as bad as I thought it would be. Not bad, you know what I mean.
My top 3 drinking buddies for 2020, because they were on most of the year, was Jason, Ben, and Pops.
Yeah, I have the pod. Wait, is that you?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is how many people you tag or how often you tag them.
Yep.
I have Tony, Ben, and Pops.
So my number 1 is DWL Rules. My second one is Will Murray. He's from Northern Ireland. And
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
And my third one is Connie Parker from Rahway, New Jersey.
Nice.
My 2 are you 2. I don't often check people in because generally, obviously, I have my beers at home.
Yeah.
Basically, if someone gave like 90% of the ones that I've tagged you on are the ones you've given me. Same thing deal. Like I would love to. I hope we can get Kyle back on too. Like,
Kyle was fun, man. I like Kyle.
I just saw him last night.
Yeah, so
I liked him a lot. I wanted him to be like a more of a regular.
We might be able to work that out for him.
Yeah. I liked having him on. It was fun. But I mean, I'm not gonna get into my whole end of the year. I'll wait for next episode for that. But like I kind of said a little bit last night, I just want to thank you guys again for everyone who tunes in and listens. If you are still listening, the best way for us to grow is for share, word of mouth. Tell people we exist. Buy a T-shirt, buy merchandise, let people know we're out there. Just even if you don't have the money, I understand things are tough for people. Even if you share, just give us a share.
Yeah.
Just say, hey man, go check these guys out. We do have a community page on Instagram that you can go and make your own beer. If you're a brewery, if you're a brewer, if you're a homebrew guy, if you're someone who just likes beer, make it your own. Do your own little reviews on the page. It has blown up. People are doing
the community on Facebook. Like we need involvement. Like it can't be just like a handful of us. Like
there is a nice chunk of people doing it.
Yeah, it's people have been really stepping up their game on it. Yeah. And like, what are you drinking? Literally, it takes 2 seconds. What beer do you have tonight? Post it on the community.
Even if you take a screenshot of your Untapped and post it, like, hey, just had this beer.
Hey, what's going on?
Because odds are you are already writing about it.
Yeah. And then we have local places in School County like the Craft House and the Cake Stand posting their new beers. You know, I mean, we're trying to get more people involved. So
there's a lot of really good stuff you can find in our area. Mm-hmm. So just get out there and enjoy it.
Yeah, and like I said, like any support you can do, even if it doesn't cost you anything, just a share or a like or just telling people we exist is super helpful. We're not the celebrities of the world who get the most love, so word of mouth really helps us. Thank you guys so much. I know we have one more episode till 2020, but we're gonna keep grinding. I'm locked in now. Even more because with the new microphones. So
yep, dude, they're sick.
Yeah,
these shirts are
Yeah.
nice.
I gotta work. We gotta work on our P's, B's, and S's. Yeah.
You can get pop screens too.
Yeah, they're there, but I mean, if
no, you can get ones that go like.
I hate those big, and then I don't want a big circle of people's face. I like to make eye contact. I don't want a big. Hey, you can see me.
I mean,
what if on the back of the pop screen you add googly eyes?
Yeah.
Or like if you really care about the much of the and the like then fucking don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
If that bothers you too much, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're like I said, we're not professionals. We're just trying to make it as good a quality as we can.
These are fantastic mics.
Thank you. We worked hard for them.
And like we said, like your contributions to the merch store and everything is what helped us get these.
Yeah, we do have like I said, we have the new logo. So it's us as rock stars and us as and then we took the Bangin Beers light sign. So the front of the shirt is the Bangin Beers light sign, and the back is us as the characters. So
and once I can settle on lyrics, we're gonna have a new theme.
Yeah, we're gonna get away from theme songs at the moment, just until we can get the new ones. But anything to plug, Andrew?
No,
nope. Bob, I really like that shirt.
Funk,
shirt.
Funk Brewing.
I fucking love funk.
Yeah.
They have breweries in 2 different locations for anyone who is semi-local or regional. There is
Elizabethtown and
Emmaus, and I've still have yet to visit the one in Elizabethtown.
Dude, the Elizabethtown one's awesome.
If you go to Emmaus, there are several other great places very close.
Yergis.
Shangy's is not too far away.
Shangy's is not too far. And,
Yergis is Yergis literally down the alley.
Yeah.
And there's also a distillery attached.
Yes.
So when Rona is
Triple
not a
Sun
thing.
Spirits, yes.
Yeah.
So when Rona is not a thing, we got really weird one day, right before Rona hit. We went to Funk and had quite the time. Then we went to Yergis, also had quite the time, and then we went to the distillery that's attached to Yergis and had even more of quite the time. So
Funk makes good beers, man. I like Funk a lot.
I just got their sledge with his cranberry shandy.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, their
That sounds good.
Yeah. Their blueberry shandy is really good too. Their lagers are fantastic.
Yeah.
They have one's called like Lagers Dead.
If you ever make a 6-pack for us and just tell us how much we owe you and just give it to Andy, we'll pay for it.
All right,
like the Craft House recommendation, and we'll do we want to try to make that like a monthly episode.
That'd be really cool. Yeah. If you want to talk to your dude,
and
be like, hey, put a 6-pack together, we'll buy it.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. Bill, what do you got? What do you plug in?
Obviously, come to the Craft House if you're looking for anything. I try to keep up on the community page with new stuff that comes in.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, Billy.
Also, try to go to the local breweries and restaurants that are remaining open, even being told to stay closed.
Yeah.
If they're doing it safe, there's no reason not to go there.
Exactly.
If they're following all the guidelines that were set before, they were told to close. What's the point of making them closed?
Yeah.
Like if they did everything you said, why?
You can't eat inside, but we're gonna make a tent that makes inside outside.
Yes,
and you're
correct.
all right now.
Yeah. Outside, inside.
Yeah.
We're also to tell them on Tuesday that no, we're not going to close these down, and then on Thursday you close them down.
It's tough right now. It's really tough right now for local.
This is what's fucking ridiculous, and I'm gonna go on this very slight political side, but there was like literally 1,000 people in fucking Walmart the other day when I went. I had to get some cat food and shit, and like it's fucking shoulder to shoulder. But I can't go to my local restaurant that has tables spaced 10 feet apart
and can only allow like 5 people in the place.
Fuck that shit. There's literally, it makes no goddamn sense. And all these fucking people at Walmart and shit, in addition to their goddamn pajama pants, have their fucking mask,
their nose hanging out.
Yeah, or like around their goddamn chin diapers going on.
It's just right now is
a very fucking weird time.
Yeah, just really support local business, local people. Like, listen, I'm asking if you support us by buying a T-shirt. Even if you don't buy a T-shirt, go to your local distributor, go to your local restaurant. Even if the restaurant has mix of sixes,
go buy a fucking gift card at least.
Yeah, help them out, help those guys out tremendously.
Because then that's guaranteed money after they are allowed to reopen.
Yeah,
there was an actual study out there saying that less than 2% of corona cases confirmed are from fucking restaurants.
It was out of New York. actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're,
but still, it's
they're using ones from like Yale and Harvard from
every
like
single,
9 years ago.
Every single restaurant I have been to during this whole pandemic has done an amazing job of sanitation and keeping people away from each other.
At the end of the day, wear your mask.
Yeah.
Keep considerate to other people and still try to support local business.
No matter what, like if you think the mask is dumb or not, if a private company wants you to do it, fucking wear it.
Yeah.
And if it's like a 1% chance that you'll help another person,
exactly.
What does it harm you?
Like what? Oh, wearing I might think the mask is dumb, but I'm gonna wear it anyway.
But if you need a mask, we do sell Bangin Beers podcast masks.
Buy the Bangin Beer podcast.
I'm gonna be honest. I went to work. I had to wear a mask at work all day long.
Yep, so do I.
And I tried to wear those medical masks. They don't fit and they're uncomfortable and they fall off all the time.
And they smell weird. We sell masks that are really, really nice. At first, I'm going to be honest, they feel like they're smaller and they're tighter, but once you wear them in and get them working, they fit perfectly. Yep.
I'm not trying to be gross or be a prevert, but they feel like a pair of lace panties on your face. They're really silky.
They're nice.
They're nice. And if you don't like the masks and around your ears, we do sell neck gaiters too.
Yep.
So
I rotate between my Bangin Beers and my AE ones.
Yeah.
that I got given by me.
I was in the Marine Corps for 13 years. I did a lot stupider things with a lot less payback on the end.
Yeah.
And nobody's threatening me with a court martial to wear my mask, but I do it.
Yeah. Even if the vaccine's out, even if it's not tested, dude, pop me with 3 of them because I want to get back to live music and going to bars. You know what I mean? Even if I develop, I'm
not going to discuss that one.
Yeah, like I don't care if you microchip
like an extra foot on your forehead.
Yeah, I don't care.
Even supposedly there's like monkey DNA, so maybe
give me a 3rd testicle as long as I can go back to drinking in public. I don't care.
Banana, one more.
Here's the thing about Corona. It's either going to be you're going to get it.
Forehead, yeah.
I'm not going to get into the vaccine debate, but it's either you're going to get it or you're not.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And you're either going to get it good or you're going to get it bad. Like you can't control it. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
See, again, yeah, exactly. It's a virus. It doesn't
like no one knows.
It doesn't pay attention to what color your county it is. It doesn't fucking read and follow quarantine rules. It's a fucking virus. Every 2 days, it fucking mutates into something else that it wasn't 2 days ago.
I am interested in, and I do not like. I am not a scientist by whatsoever, but I don't know any of this. But like, where does it go into like who's immune and who's not?
Even the scientists are still figuring shit out. You know what I mean?
Like I, by all accounts, should have had this goddamn virus months ago.
I think. Well, a new report came out that they went to local blood drives, and they started taking small DNA samples of blood that was donated back in December of last year, and COVID antibodies were in that blood. So people are starting to say,
"Oh, they're saying COVID was here in like November last year."
I'm honestly fairly certain I had it last January.
Yeah. I am fairly certain I'm just immune to it because I'm amazing.
What's a dentist from Always Sunny? I am
the fucking most healthy person in the world.
I'm not even pooping. It's just purposely digesting everything. Yeah. But we'll get off there. But listen, JR,
if you guys are hanging out.
If you guys have anything new at the brewery or anything new canned and you want us to try
dude, North stuff is amazing. We can't wait to come up and visit.
Yeah, send us a message and say it's there, and we will send Pops because Pops is up in New York.
He's on his way down, Cortland.
Yeah. Well, he's there now. He's home. So he comes home every other weekend. So he's coming home for Christmas. If there's something new that you're like, man, we really want these guys to try it, send us a message and we'll send him on the way home.
We can PayPal you or Venmo or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he just drives right by. He'll pay when he's there.
Yeah, I'm just telling him we can pay him free too.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
Yeah, if you want us to Venmo you, we'll hook you up.
So listen, it's one thing we really love the support of everyone who hangs out in the chat and types and chats, but it means a little bit more when the people who create the beer is here. You know what I mean?
That's really cool that you hang out with the last few shows.
We really appreciate it, and the support is really there. And trust me, when we get to the point we can support back, we're going to do it. Like I said, there's a very high possibility, JR, that we will be bringing a bus full of people to the North one day. You know what I mean? And we will hook you up. That's our thing, man. Once COVID's over, we're going to fill buses of people, and we're going to contact breweries and be like, hey, can you handle a bus full of 60 people? We're bringing them, and we're going to flood your business and make sure you get some money. That's our goal as a podcast, to support other people. So we will work out something and get you guys on a road trip in the New York area to bring some people up there. We got some Big Bad Leather Daddy. Oh, Big Bad. I love that. Big Bad Leather Daddy. I love that name. But we're going to end it there. It's been Bangin Beers Podcast. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to give you a quick 30-second countdown, and we're out of here. We love you all so much. Support local business, support your local breweries. And if you can't support us, just even simple, go over to Instagram, hit like, go to YouTube, hit subscribe,
give us a share,
and share us. Let people know we're here. Try to help. I think we're getting close to like 2,000 likes on Facebook. Anything you do to help out the community page, it all means the world to us. It doesn't have to be monetary.
We want to drink with you.
We want to drink with you. And to hear, cheers, guys. We're out of here. Bangin Beers Podcast. See you next time.